got the death glare. So Soul Spotted Leopard is currently inside of Albert Stillwater's Dead Man's Corner shop at 0 hit points.
Okay.
So we
Weird.
are picking up from here. We're not sure what the party's going to do. I'm not sure what the party's going to do. I don't know if Soul Spotted Leopard's going to even come back. Maybe we will find a new friend, but for right now, let's see if we can save Soul from this fate. So, ladies and gentlemen, Totrix, you walked out of the shop. I'm just gonna keep on going. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Can you hear what I said? Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. I just was curious as. All right. Yeah, I walked out of the shop. I don't know. Are people still in the shop?
I think only Soul was left when that happened.
Okay. Do I hear the thud of Soul hitting the?
I was getting there.
Okay.
Jeez.
All right. Well, you asked me, and I'm like, okay.
Well, you kind of funny. So I was wondering what the heck you were like. Did I walk out? Yes. So you walk out of the shop. Behind you, some come two zombies. That are your two new friends. Still with the noose around their necks, so you can lead them around. And you would hear, because of Soul's brawny nature, the thump as he falls to the ground. You assume it's him. Actually, you might even assume it's Olive falling to the ground. You don't really know. Right. He did take her out a couple notches lower than her. Right.
So a thump happened.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I
will take the reins of the zombies. Turn to Tomna. Would you hold these, please?
I'll grab the reins and kind of like look at them.
They're good for testing rocks. And turn to the door. Open the door to the shop.
Okay. You see in front of the door, Soul's on the ground.
Okay.
You also see the hag actually looking like a hag instead of her cute little shopkeeper self.
All right.
As you walk in, you'll need
I'll
to make
step in and close the door behind me.
Okay.
Where are you going? What are you doing?
Close the door behind me.
You will need to make a wisdom saving throw as you see the hag's true form.
Okay, if this is against fear, I have advantage due to my halfling brave. That is going to be a 18.
Great. You are not afraid because you're a halfling and strong and brave. Or whatever you just said.
Brave.
You're brave.
I don't know. I have advantage on saving throws against being feared.
Being afraid. You are not afraid.
Yeah, that's right.
So you are not afraid of the hag.
Okay.
But you did close the door behind you.
Yep.
Okay. Are you going to talk to her or
yes.
are we rolling initiative?
No, I'm going to talk to her.
Okay.
Look at Soul. Look at her. What happened?
He punched me in my own shop in my own town, and I do not take kindly to that. I remember her voice. That's her voice now.
He's kind of got an issue with hags. I will reach down to Soul's head and pull 3 hairs.
Okay.
And hand them to her. Pull out a healing potion out of the bag of holding and proceed to take a vial of Soul's blood.
Okay.
And then dump the potion down his throat.
Okay.
And give her the 3 hairs and a vial of blood, which was what she said it would cost for zombies.
Correct. Are you giving? Do you want another zombie? What's happening? I'm confused.
Well, he kind of hit you in your own shop.
Is this the?
Are you gonna kill him?
I was going to. I was gonna use him as one of my new zombies.
I kind of paid for him already, and I'd really appreciate it if I could take him with me.
Persuasion.
I'm like yanking on the noose, like of the zombies back and forth, seeing if they actually
12.
follow it. What the fuck is?
18 on my end.
Okay.
I respect that you've paid for him already, but he did hit me in my own shop. It's not okay.
I can understand it's not okay, but look, I could pay you with his hair and his blood, and I'll even give you some of mine, or you could die.
Do you have one of those healing potions on you? Maybe if I got that back, I might feel a little better about letting him go.
I just poured it down his throat.
Deception.
I am not deceiving, Dungeon Master.
More than one.
No, I do not.
You have more than one in the.
I gave them to Soul.
Well, he has them, and you would know that.
Oh, okay. Okay. 8.
Okay, 16. Well, if you're not willing to heal me, and I know you can,
What am I supposed to do with these?
Tama, can you come heal this lady?
What?
Soul wanted to punch her, and she's upset.
Correction, he did punch me.
I'm gonna like look around and like here, and I'm gonna hand the reins to you.
You're holding two zombies.
I'm gonna open the door and oh.
Soul hit her, and I kind of
She
need
hit
Soul
back.
back, and she wants to kill him, and she's just, I don't want to use a healing potion on her.
And you
Am I
thought
not worthy of a healing potion?
I didn't say that.
Do I hear the conversation?
I don't believe he closed the door, so yes.
His healing's better than a healing potion.
What
Oh,
she
you
said.
should have just said that.
wait, what?
Would you please heal the lady?
This jerk punched
I'm gonna
me,
hand you the zombies
and
back.
I'm inside.
healing before I
'Cause I
let
looked
him
in and went-
go.
More zombies, Soul, and apparently Hag.
Yes,
No, this is that's out of character
Yes.
because
Does he have to do a saving?
he would. Wisdom.
That's beautiful. That's 11.
Surprisingly enough, you are not afraid.
So why do I gotta do it?
You don't have to. I was just kind of hoping you would, so I didn't have to. All right, fine. I'll fumble through Soul and try to find a healing potion.
Investigation.
Sure. Okay. 13.
I'll let you find one.
I mean, and then I take the healing potion and begrudgingly hand it to her.
Okay.
Now, can I keep him? I paid you for an extra zombie that I'm not even getting.
Between that and the healing, I suppose you can have him back. But
Is he gonna wake up anytime soon?
I don't know. It's up to you. You gave him that healing potion, didn't you?
I'm asking out of character so that you could maybe give some sort of excuse, like he's going to stay knocked out for the rest of the game.
There you go. He might need a rest in a nearby inn, but you are no longer welcome here. I won't give you anywhere to rest. Please don't come back and buy any more zombies, even though they're very cool.
I'm gonna grab Soul.
Uh-huh.
I don't really know where to grab him, so I'm just gonna kind of like grab him by the base of the dreadlocks and like, okay.
That's incredibly disrespectful, but he doesn't know, so it's fine.
I took some of his hair and blood to pay
Yep.
for a zombie.
Yep.
That's disrespectful too.
Yep.
Where's the nearest inn?
You will have to find that on your own. I'm not getting punched again. Don't threaten me.
I'm not like him. I don't punch people for no reason.
The day is young.
It is still young. The nearest.
And I have to say, I was remarkably nice to you. Don't take his actions out on me. Thank you very much.
It's right up the road. There's one if you continue going north, and one if you go sort of east. I can do directions.
So I've got him by like the hair and
I'll
like,
help him drag Soul.
Okay. So you're dragging knocked out for now, comrade, and you have
yep.
zombies in your hand.
I would take the zombies
Okay.
from Coraline.
What?
Sure.
No.
It's a hollow floor.
Sorry, I'm pictures up.
All right.
Should invest in a.
You have two
Stress
zombies
relief
and a
device.
knocked out friend, and you are not.
Here, hold this for a second, and then I'm gonna like, kind of hitch him over my shoulder.
Okay.
He's so fat. Oh god.
I'm gonna X out the door because you're no longer welcome here.
Wait, is Soul half orc or full orc?
He's half.
Ah.
Bra is.
Orc.
I could never remember which one's which. And I should know.
You should.
Does anybody else have a problem with hags?
you should tell me now.
That was beautiful. Oh, never mind. You're
Yes,
taking
came
care of
with
it.
you.
Nope.
It's fine.
I don't.
Coraline?
Oh wait. Oh yeah, 2 zombies. Okay.
I'm not a big fan.
Unless they befriend Drow, then I got no problem with them.
This one does business with Drow.
They eat children. I'm not a big fan.
Can we deal with this later? He's like super heavy.
Yeah, we'll deal with it later.
I'm gonna start walking in a northern direction.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh god, water weight.
I don't want to be here anymore. Alright, so as you walk vaguely northward, which would be through here, let me give you some context of what you're looking at. And again, Skullport is layers and layers and layers of old rigging, mast work, just old ships, old ship things that have been pieced together as people have tried to find a new home here. And so above you, you see all these people walking up ahead, and some torches in the distance, bobbing, and
Are we going to tell him how we extracted him, or is he going to have to find that
nope,
out
that's all he
himself?
gets.
Okay.
And you are not dead would be kind of nice, but
We didn't specify.
yeah, we just said he was fine. Alright, so as you walk forward, there are some rundown, maybe old shops on left to right, and some old buildings. Do you care if you walk northward around the left of this building or the right of this building?
Which way looks more used?
I'd say the right probably looks a little bit more used.
Does it have any exterior windows?
All of them that you do see with exterior windows appear to be boarded up.
Well, the building that we're about to walk around.
This one specifically has nothing that's remarkable about it.
Okay. Can I, if it has windows, can I like try and peek through the boards? Make sure that we're not about to pass by something terribly sinister.
You can absolutely try it. Just do an investigation. Are you being sneaky about this peeking?
Not particularly.
Okay.
19.
You get shot in
Or
the face.
18.
I'm just kidding. There's nothing in this building. It's been long empty, but it used to be an old hat shop.
Haberdashery?
Haberdashery. You're welcome.
Are there any hats still lying around?
There are none. They have all been either pirated or eaten by rats. So.
What about the Mercury?
What about the what?
Well, Matt is a hatter, you know?
The Hatter. Yeah, you can definitely be mad as a Hatter.
Yay!
Sweet.
Not the grid. Get a chair. In an hour.
In an hour, yeah.
Break.
Bill never shows up.
Right.
Yeah, right at the break. We'll get it.
Left.
Okay, sure. So as you go to the left, I'll give you some more things. There appears to be some like stairs around the corner here, and you are in a courtyard. This is very intense to like only get the buildings and not like the actual inside of the buildings, because you know some things you don't get to know yet. Alright, boop, 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 boop. That works right there. Giving you so much.
So I feel like the name of this place is just going to be like the Haberdashery, and it's just going to be awful and the worst.
The current place that you're standing in front of?
The place that we were standing in front of.
Yeah, sure. That's the Haberdashery. And it's terrible and you don't want to go there. So here's your little square. You do finally see some lights coming from the was it an inn? I just looked at my notes because I know that I did this already. This is a squalid one-story tavern, which maybe they'll have some place for you to chill.
Is it the Flagon and the Dragon?
Well, that's a great question. Above the doorway is a black tankard, and you would assume that that's the name of the place.
We're staying here.
Sure.
What if they don't have rooms?
Well, I assume the name of the place is the Black Tankard, or
This looks like a fun bar.
but that's the.
I'd be willing to stay here. Especially if she says it's safe.
I'm gonna waltz right in.
Alright. What are we doing to human zombies right now?
We're gonna walk right in.
Okay.
Who's got them? You
Yeah,
have them.
I've got them.
Well, I thought I would have taken.
No, I've
if
been
you still
leading.
got him, sure.
Yeah, I've been leading the zombies.
So I've
for-
just got so.
you know.
Two
Holy cow! What the hell was
I
that?
know, that's a minotaur.
What?
I know.
minotaurs.
There are 2 minotaurs in the dark corners, and they seem like they're sort of guarding for anybody to be a nuisance. Like they appear that they'd
They're
be ready
bouncers.
to, they'd be ready to throw you on your asses at any second. There's
girl.
also a spectator, which is not like a person who watches, but instead
Yeah.
a ghostly figure. Or not
Spectre
that. Wow,
or
I
a
can't
spectator.
even.
It's a
Spectator.
beholderkin.
It's a beholderkin. It's a little baby beholder, and he's
Not
floating-
terrifying at all.
He's floating above you in the rafters, just sort of keeping an eye or 5 eyes out for things.
Does the Minotaur do anything when I walk in with 2 zombies, or haven't you gotten that far yet?
I have Coraline walking in so far.
Okay. Gotcha.
And so Coraline, this is what you see. You also see a person in the northern side of the tavern that appears to be the proprietor, and he is a fat, dour Drugar, which I can never
Walking
say.
up to him like I own the place,
All
kind
right,
of a
great.
thing.
Doop, doop, doop. And then your party follows. So as you walk in with 2 zombies, one of the minotaurs sort of like looks at you and makes a grunt and seems very confused. The one right by the door.
Okay. I'll stand by the door with the
Okay.
zombies.
Yeah, he's gonna sort of gesture to you to keep them from being super far in. So I'm just gonna keep you maybe like, oop, not with that. I'll keep you over here in the.
Can I point to the corner to the north there
Oh yeah.
and just sorry.
Yeah, this one. Is that where you prefer to be?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll just point to that corner with the and shrug at the Minotaur, and then just leave the 2 zombies over there.
And he nods at you. I'll even give you like a stand-up table
Okay.
to lean on as you go. And then the rest of us. So you're dragging in.
2 zombies.
Well, dragging in Soul.
Well, I've shouldered him. Fireman's carrying him now. I've got
Alright.
got the he's across my shoulders. I got a leg, like arm through the legs. Like
Okay.
got his arm.
Yeah.
He's like,
That's what we're doing. So you're here. We have Bill, just for you to catch up. Here's where all this madness just happened down here.
it's not centering for us.
I did the thing though.
Hold shift.
We
was
successfully
holding alt.
negotiated
It's fine.
for Soul.
Yeah, you
Side.
successfully
yeah.
negotiated Soul out of there. We went
We're not
north a
welcome there
little
anymore.
bit.
I imagine.
We'll
That's
probably come
there.
back and kill her at some point.
Sure.
When Soul wakes back up,
Yeah.
it's Zoman's revenge.
And so you're in the black tankard. Is that what I called it?
Flagon and the dragon.
The black tankard.
This is the blank tankard. This is not the.
This is the black tankard.
This is the
Okay,
black
so this
tankard.
is not where I wanted to stay.
No, but you got really excited. So you walked in like you own the place.
I think what she assumed was that when she said, "Is this the Flagon and Dragon?" You said,
There's a black tankard, and you assume that's the name. I understand the confusion. Sorry.
Yes.
The name is the black tankard, and that's why there's a black tankard outside.
So this is not the place I want to
It's
be.
not the Flagon
Okay.
Dragon, but you still
Not
walked
walking in
with
like
purpose.
okay. I'm walking in with purpose to get us some rooms.
Okay.
Walking
Droon.
in with a different purpose.
Sure, different purpose. Droon. What can I do for you, pretty lady?
We need a few rooms. Please.
Do I look like an inn? And no, he does not. It appears that this is a tavern. He might be able to find you something somewhere, but there is no like stairs upstairs or anything.
Okay.
You want some?
Well,
some
obviously
worm
this is
whiz?
just a tavern. Some what?
Worm whiz?
Is there tables here?
A handful, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna like kick out one of the chairs and kind of like set Soul down in it and just.
What's wrong with your friend there?
"He's heavy."
What about the other one?
Too much Thanksgiving turkey.
This Thanksgiving.
Service World holiday.
Oh, okay. I don't know much about them Circus World holidays. That sounds nice. I like the new face.
We'll take some worm whiz.
2 silver pieces. This is an alcoholic swill. Not very tasty at all.
Probably literally like purple worm.
Well, not like that. It's more like the type of dragon. W-Y-R.
Worm. Okay, got it. Yeah.
So there's your
Different words.
whiz.
Can you point us to the flagon and the dragon?
What place isn't good enough for you?
No, but we need a place to stay.
Oh,
It's not.
that's not the closest place to stay, but the flag and the dragon is. I should circle it on my map. I knew you were gonna ask this. Is down at the western or the eastern end of town. If you just follow, if you go out the back door over here and you basically just go straight, you'll kind of end up there.
Okay,
You'll see it. It's a dragon. It's holding a flag, and unlike mine, which is a black flag.
got
Does
it.
kind of get us there though.
Yeah, you'll have to go around some buildings, but just basically straight.
Pick it back up.
Quite a few yards down there. It's basically the other end of town.
I'll start leading the zombies towards the other door.
Okay.
I'll toss him a gold piece for his troubles.
Awesome.
Thank-
We have to go out
Thank you, miss. Come back anytime, you hear?
I'm gonna look at the two zombies.
Uh-huh.
Carry him, and point to Soul.
Let me double check the animate dead spell.
What's funny is that I'm carrying Soul, his backpack,
Yes.
and all his other shit that's still attached to him, which is why I'm doing it like this. Is like, oh, I can lift Soul no problem, but him and all his shit, that's another story.
New adamantium ball.
Your command options are approach, drop, flee, grovel, and halt. So they can drop something?
I think it's dropped to the ground, maybe.
Maybe.
What
Nope,
if-
drops whatever it's holding and then ends its turn.
What if we tried to just put a Soul over the zombie's shoulders?
They would probably stand still long enough for you to try to do
Question:
that. Yes.
Are you this is to him? Are you not concerned about them taking courtesy bites out of him as we go?
Not. They won't do anything unless I tell them to.
What if she tells them to?
They'd have to hear her. She's not around right now.
But magic.
You could probably heal them.
I'll watch. If
He
they
likes to
start
offer up his healing
chewing,
services.
I'll knock it.
Well, it's less you have to carry this way.
I'll try it.
Okay.
I'm gonna just kind of dump him onto them and see what happens.
Okay. Let me look up some zombie stats for a strength check.
Imagine not very well.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so, but
Probably stronger than you.
I'm willing to play this game with you guys. I'm willing to see what happens. I'm also gonna open up some of the map while
Zombie
Fireball.
13.
Shit.
It's not actually a fireball. So what I have here is a token that we can activate an aura on, so that way you guys can stop drawing
Hey.
circles that are kind of rough. And actually, so that's just whenever you say fireball, it's gonna pop out of the darkness. I'm just kind of keeping with the parties. I know
Okay.
something's gonna happen, whether it's a fireball or like an acid spray or whatever. I just wanted it to exist by you guys.
yet?
Like,
We have 13
or
strength.
fire,
A lot.
whatever. 13 strength.
Like
Do
all
we
the
know how
time.
much Soul weighs?
Joking.
I
Not.
think I have his character sheet somewhere. This is a lot of work. Okay.
400
So
pounds volunteer.
13. So they have a
He's
minus
probably a lot like me. I'm 235.
13. Now they have a plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to give them advantage because they're together. Great. 5
No,
and
half
13.
orc might be
Um,
way less. I don't know.
So they're going to kind of buckle a little bit. Not completely fall because one sort of tries to fall and the other one doesn't help them up because they can't do that, but starts to.
I have an
a little bit
idea.
better.
I'm gonna take 4 javelins out, and I'm gonna splint their legs so they can only have straight legs,
Okay.
so their knees can't buckle, and then just kind of see if they kind of do the straight leg waddle forward.
Can't you change to a giant animal and easily carry them?
No, I'm not that kind of druid.
You can
You've never
follow
seen
them.
me turn into a giant animal. The biggest thing you've seen is a crocodile.
I re-rolled their strength checks and I got 11 and a 16. So that's a little better. Sure, with their straight leg splints, I guess you can have them walk forward. That'll
Use some
be a
rope to
thing.
make sure that the javelins stay in
All right, I
place.
need to get you guys out of here without bringing any
So
minotaurs.
it's a Soul rickshaw made out of 2
Might get
zombies,
some
4
looks.
javelins,
Just tell people we're bringing dinner on.
and some rope.
All right. So I think that we exited
We're in
that.
the right
without
place
really
for it.
having-
Oh my god.
You're dripping on your character sheet.
Oh
Thank you,
no!
Beth.
Don't do that. All right. again, you see a bunch of old buildings. They don't appear to be used in any way. There does seem to be, again, some like lanterns off in the distance, and to the south, right about here, you might see some light shining. So I'm going to give you a little bit more
Don't
of
forget
this.
to shift, not alt.
Yep, you're right. Once I'm out of the clicky, I can do that.
Well, she's revealing.
I am revealing, and every now and again I reveal, and then I forget that I'm revealing, and then I click somewhere else, and then it takes me somewhere else, and I don't like it. Okay, so down, select move. Okay, so shift right here, and then this is you see around the corner. There's some light shining here, and some light shining here, and then otherwise, you also as you walk along, I'm just gonna not speed up the process, but not drag you every 5 feet either. Oh, these are 10-foot squares, though. Oh no!
I've been abandoned.
You got distracted by the shiny lights, and then you ran out to catch up.
Is there 10-foot squares?
Yeah. That's why
Hermit.
I made you a little. Oh yeah, I made you a little smaller on my screen so that way you don't actually fill it 10-foot squares. None of you would.
On this map, it's 10 feet.
On this map, it's 10 feet.
Are you sure on ours? It should be 5,
It's
isn't
a
it?
40-foot wide passage?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
that's what it says on the map. Is it that one? Did I get confused?
Yes.
Okay, this one's 5.
The sheet
This,
is 10.
that's right. The
the
sheet's
screen
10.
is
You guys are
5.
fine. I apologize. This is a 20-foot.
Roll 20 is typically 5-foot squares, but that's cool.
I know, but I was like, it's a big old map, so I was like, that makes sense to me. Okay, and then again, is there light coming from that one? No, continuing.
Well, we'd just be walking towards the end anyway.
Yeah, I'm
Probably
letting you know there's some like, you know how sometimes when you enter a new town in a video game, there's like some people that have like the ding.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know that there's some dings around.
Quest givers?
Oh,
People with
okay.
some-
All
with
right.
some
So
quests.
apparently
There's
over
some
here,
light.
there's some quests over here. We walk past the. We're looking for the inn
Yeah,
first
you're
to
you're
set our
in a-
hearthstone, and then we gotta run
Exactly.
around the town and.
Exactly. Once you settle in a little bit, so you're in another town square. There's another little well here that's probably been not dried up because you're under basically. You're not really underwater, but you're in like a cave, so that makes sense.
Essentially
Rebuilding some
an iron
more.
forge.
I like it.
Now you've come to like a wall right there, or a building on that
Oh,
corner,
Undercity
but
would be better. Undercity.
there's your fireball. Okay. I'm not gonna hurt you with your fireball. It's fine. So you can't actually fairly easily see. There's no line right here. It's fine. Get rid of that. Okay. You can fairly easily see that there appears to be some light coming from this building over here, which I will recenter that.
Okay.
All right.
So you, I'm assuming, walk up to, because you were told to go basically straight,
Yeah.
and then this is where it became less straight, but we're gonna come over here. And let me double check before I actually get you excited again here. Yes, there is indeed a dragon holding a flag.
So-
Initiative.
While he's passed out,
Yes.
I am going to, and I'm gonna look at y'all. I'm like, I'll give it back, but I'm like putting my greatsword on him and picking up his maul. Like this seems like it's gonna be more useful for somebody to be actively using it. So I'm gonna hold the maul while he's passed out.
But you
Very
traded
good
him in case he wakes up and has nothing during battle.
Yeah.
Okay. Coraline, I'm going to use your excitement from last time to assume that you rushed in with a purpose.
Yes.
Okay. Here we are.
It's a really small.
At the flag and out of the dragon. This is a step up from the Black Tankard that you were just at. It's a wood and stone tavern, and then you see a female half-drow tending. Tending the bar. You, as you walk in, she looks up and introduces herself by saying, "What's your poison?"
You don't want to know.
Got any worm piss?
You've been over the way. No.
It was pretty good.
I have 2 local beverages, if you'd like. I have amberjack, and I have some goat's head ale, and I would appreciate if you don't ask me how either of those things happened.
Amberjack and Goat's Head Ale.
Correct.
I'll have a glass of goat's head.
Heck yeah. Goat's head it is.
Why are they holding that man? Or that...
Well, we need a place for him to rest.
Oh! Why didn't you...
That's my livery. I'll land on the computer, so it's all good.
Good. Sorry, which one did you want?
Goat's head.
Go sit up.
I want
just
amber.
4 silver pieces.
I'll give her a gold.
So I'll give you a flagon. And you wanted the amberjack?
Mm-hmm.
That's just 8 silver pieces if you wouldn't mind, Jerry.
I'll give her a gold and say, I'm looking for 3 strings.
Well, that's a great question. He comes here often. Let me double check what it's for. Good thing I bookmarked the page of the thing that I gave you.
Depends on the instrument, buddy.
Because I knew better.
That's
Hey, Harper
point
dead.
of my drum. No strings.
No strings on
Look,
me?
Ma, no strings attached.
So just to recap both of our memories. 3 strings was the one that you met
Correct.
in
You to
the yawning turtle.
You to deliver that, I thought.
And you were looking for Kalal, who is who you're talking to right now. And
Okay.
she's
I
the
had
one
written
that you're
C
delivering.
3 strings. Alright.
Yeah, so the 3 strings is the one that you had already.
Rewind.
Gotcha.
I'm looking for Kalal.
You got her. How did you know my name, Jerry?
Well, I met 3 strings up in Waterdeep.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Do you have my payment?
I do, and I'll pull it out and I'll give it to her.
Fantastic. She's owed me for quite a while. You know, I don't usually do this for strangers, but if Harper sent you, then, if Matron sent you, then I'll tell you about a location you can stay if you prefer. Obviously, my tavern is always available for a small price, but because of this, up in the uppermost level of Skullport, you can take refuge in Dalgor's fortress.
Can you spell that?
I absolutely can. D-A-L-A-G-O-R. And then fortress.
Are we within earshot of all this?
You are. I think I'm understanding you're all in the bar.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
say that Coraline stepped up more towards
Because I bought a
Kalal.
beer.
Yeah.
And then, there's a mage up there that guards the place. His name is Felrax. If you tell him that Kalal sent you, he will understand why.
Am I getting any weird vibes off of the way she says
You
this?
absolutely can check.
I want to incite that too.
Dang it!
I am curious. Oh.
It was sitting on a 20, but it was cocked, and I bumped it,
Down.
so it's just a 9.
Oh, okay.
Well,
You
I
believe her.
got a 21.
You know, surprisingly, even though she has this weird air about her, she is actually telling the truth. Nobody's gonna
Gank us as soon as we
Yeah.
show up.
Suspicious or
beat you up
anything?
or anything.
Alright.
No, she's just kind of weird.
As a player, I want to
Okay.
roll something because of what happened last time, but my
Sure,
character
sure.
has no reason to not trust her.
Yeah,
I
I recognize that.
Well, it's
I have the same feeling from the
half
last
the
time.
route,
Yeah.
so, you know.
From what?
Yeah, but I mean,
It's my mentality. Though he
Right.
also feels that, it's not her fault.
Well,
yeah, she didn't. Yeah.
What about any person that's born a drow, like a full drow?
That's definitely their fault.
How does that work?
I'm gonna.
That doesn't make
ask
any
her,
sense.
Except the ones who choose to forsake it.
Well, people can prove my theory wrong, yes.
There are exceptions to every rule.
Yes. Purple
I heard rumor
Like, what's
Brendan.
that?
in the
elf
tavern.
name?
He's gonna show up
Yeah.
here.
You heard a rumor?
Yeah, I want to go up to her
Okay.
and tell her I heard a rumor in the tavern that if that you're the one to go to get a hold of the drow forces that are trying to take over this level of Undermountain.
Who told you that?
I overheard it in the tavern.
Let me read the secret that you've heard.
It is not the secret that I heard. I am
No.
trying to figure out if she is working with the
you're-
drow.
This is not a thing that you're doing.
No,
Yeah,
no,
we didn't
I
get
am.
any rumors.
No,
understand.
I did get a rumor from when I was up top.
Right, but it was.
When
I'm
I
trying to
come
find the
no.
rumor. Is it not?
I
this
am.
rumor?
I am trying to deceive her.
Okay.
I
Let's roll deception just for fun.
I want to see if she is working.
That's cocked.
That's cocked. I'm gonna roll that. Not any better. Deception. Oh yeah, 7.
They don't know me up at the surface world, but I'm not sure what you mean. There aren't any drow trying to take over here or anything. I'm probably the most drow you'll meet, and I'm only half.
Well,
I
that's
don't want
good.
to talk about which half.
Do I believe
You can roll insight.
God.
that she is? Yeah. Why
That's
can't
so
you be 1? Stupid 2s. Like,
Yeah.
why can't you be 1? 6.
So that head that we had that was drow is new?
Which head drow did you get? Where did you find this?
It's gone now.
Yes,
got
it's
rid of it.
gone.
On the river.
Are you?
We took a head.
I gave the head to the.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
Like, I'm bringing
The
it up.
character may not know that though, because he stayed outside.
So what I'm just saying, like, no, that we met. Oh, there were some drow on the river.
Yes, and
But on that river, not in Skullport.
No, we heard that
true.
they're trying
It
to.
was
I took
upriver.
that head from
I
the
understand.
torture
They're
chamber.
trying to invade
understand it wasn't on
Skullport
the
and
river.
take over this level of
Okay.
Undermountain.
Alright.
Who told you this? Oh, wait, actually, let me guess. I bet you met those 3 sea hags. They had it out for drow, and I bet they just told you that to get you here.
Oh yeah, they were on the river too.
No,
Well, yeah, they
we
wanted
heard it
to learn
before.
back, but they didn't.
We heard it before we even came into.
No, you misunderstand me. They were on the river.
Yeah.
What did you do to them?
Only what
I
they
mean,
deserved.
They're at rest.
They were eating children. We had to fix that.
I believe that. They do things like that every now and again. Well, I guess good riddance, but I'm telling you, I would know if there are any drow here, and no drow are trying to take over Skullport or anything.
But you are saying you are not ashamed of your drow heritage.
Oh, I'm ashamed of it. I don't want to talk about how my mother met that man, but I do my best, and it makes me fit in a little bit better here sometimes. She kind of spits as she says, man.
Okay.
question.
Yes.
How would you know for certain? Do you have like contacts, people that you rely on for this?
You haven't met a bartender recently, have you? You know everything about the town. We hear all the rumors and everything comes through us.
Yeah, it seems super busy. I'm gonna turn around.
Slowly.
You haven't heard about the drow incursion, then
here.
you aren't doing your job very well.
If I haven't heard about it, it doesn't exist here.
Or you just aren't doing your job well enough.
Or you didn't incite the hags.
But we heard about it before the hags ever. Our mission was to come here because of the drow incursion. That's why Bra and I came to Undermountain.
Yeah, but not here in Skullport. I really would know.
Well, yeah, because they haven't successfully broken down the
Infiltrated
barriers
yet.
to get in yet. Doesn't mean
Maybe.
they haven't attempted.
Well, then, if they're not here taking over, have you heard of any?
I mean, they're all
Anywhere
over in
around?
Undermountain if you want to know.
Any particularly
I
large
get that they're
groups
not
of
in the
them?
Skullport.
We actually have this house crest
Yes.
from some drow that we have run across. Do
Well, then
you
you already know they're on level 3.
Do you recognize
Is
it?
Skullport on level 3?
I
One
believe
voice.
so.
One voice at a time.
That appears to be the crest of. I remember this. Aruvandar, which I pronounce differently every time. But that's the crest.
No, you
So
pronounce
do
it the
we.
same way. Yeah,
Hey.
you got it perfectly fine.
Let's see.
Have you-
Let me just look
That
ahead
was from
to see if there's any
Renegades.
drow or around here. I've heard there's an incursion on level 3, and it sounds like you already know about that. And deeper down into Undermountain, nothing's really coming to mind right away. It just seems like, they're not really cool enough to be deeper down, to be honest. They don't really like drow in Undermountain, and the Mad Mage, I guess, likes to keep them some places, but he keeps them pretty well contained. Apparently. While I'm looking ahead.
Do you have rooms?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course I have rooms. How many do you want?
Do we want to stay here or go to the fortress?
The fortress is, in the upper level of Skullport. So if you wanted, you could, have a little nest here, have a little nest there. Hey, let's go.
I have questions.
What kind of questions do you have, sir? With your friends? And she gestures at the zombies carrying
The body.
You asked Tom if he'd met a bartender, and you're right. You know a lot of things about this town. I bet you know a lot of things about Undermountain.
do, but
What can you tell me about the next level?
I don't give things away for free. That's not how bartenders
Obviously not, but clearly there's a price involved.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the fastest way is to know what the price is.
Well, how much information do you need to know? What's
You
it
asked
worth
that
to
one the
you?
wrong question.
I know, right?
Well, first of all, who's controlling the next level?
By the next level, where did you come here from? You can come here from all sorts of places. I don't know.
Well, one level down, preferably.
So you can actually get here from multiple
Okay.
directions.
The fourth level?
Actually, I thought
Where we're at.
Skullport was on the 3rd level.
So you can get to Skullport easily from the 3rd level, but we got here from a different level, and there's other ways here. There's multiple ways. Actually, I can get here from where are my things? Steamfall Pass, Talgas Gap, Beggar's Rest Pass, Shadow Pass, Skull Island, and that's about it for my lower level. So there's a bunch of different ones, but the 4th level, there's a handful of drow there, I guess, but the real cool thing is the Etin and the mage. But
Mage. What mage?
well,
I've got
I guess
100.
he's-
I've got 100 gold pieces if you can tell me everything you know about him.
I know he's an alchemist and uses those mushrooms down there, the big old mushroom forests to Yep, you asked about the 4th level. To create some fairly cool things.
Well, that's the
I
next level
believe
we'd be
his
going to.
name-
I mean, yeah, we did kind of pass through it to get here.
I think it would be past a Zerkwood forest rather than the one that he's associated with particularly, because if this is a 20 level thing, there's bound to be more mushrooms.
Yeah. I'm just saying that I think we traveled through the 4th level to get where we are currently.
That's
We don't have a map. We don't know shit.
That's right.
Partially,
That's true. That's
It
true.
sounds like something we passed on the way here.
Do you have his name?
He is only referred to as the alchemist, but I can't tell you. I believe he's like a slod, and he's got his good friend, the double-headed giant. But he's very well fed and would not harm a fly. Also down there, I believe, is the
Well, here's
aboleth.
Here's 50 gold.
Thank you. I think you said 100, but okay.
Well, you didn't tell me his name.
And he doesn't have a name. He's the alchemist.
He's got a name. You just don't know it.
Right, it's the alchemist.
So are we staying here? Or are we trying to get to that fortress?
I think we
Well,
should stay
the
here.
question I have, is
Get
if we
solo
go
room.
to the fortress, will there be fighting involved to get there, or when we get there?
Are you asking in or out of character?
In character.
Okay.
Yeah, asking her.
Skullport is the kind of town where if you don't pick a fight, you won't find a fight. So
Okay.
if you just make your way there, then
So there will be fighting.
No, he's asleep.
that's not the case.
Well, I asked because we have someone in dire need of some rest.
Yeah, let's just stay here.
I mean,
so
he
that
is
So
resting.
maybe we should stay and let him further before we move on. I don't know. What do you guys
He
think?
might need a little more rest.
Yeah,
we can leave him here to rest while we move on.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Leave the zombies watch.
I understand out of character that he's not here currently, so we kind of speculate just drag him along as a person, but we can just have him like be fine and just walk along with us. So it's not like you have to like. Make
We can-
Oh no,
decisions
it's
right now.
perfectly fine to have the zombie livery carrying him around for a
That's
while.
great.
Coraline, you wanted to come to Skullport, and obviously you've done what you came to Skullport for. Do we have any other reason to stay, other than Soul needs the rest?
What was that, the fortress again? Where were we going there?
There's,
Oh,
a,
it was
Because
just
it's a safe place
Place
to
to
rest.
stay. Yeah. Place to
there's
rest.
also a mage there too.
There is a mage, though. I mean, you are here to study them.
I'm fine with going to talk to him, but
Talk to him. Sure.
That's where
That'll
someone
work
that
out.
is.
I'm not the one that goes and attacks people. He's over there.
She claims that he'll accept us on her word, on her name.
Are you saying this about her?
Yes.
Yeah.
He means a lot. I don't know what you're trying to say by this.
Nothing. Just alleviating
Have you heard of
their
Cotrix?
worries.
Heard of something kind of like that. I don't think it's that.
My name means a lot too. Obviously, you haven't heard of
Is
it.
that your name?
Yes.
Well, now I have. Well, good to meet you.
It's good to meet you too, Kal-Al. I'll shake her hand.
Is that what that means in halfling?
No.
My name would mean a lot, but either the people that would spread it know not to, or they end up dead.
Okay.
So
Um.
Lilith means a lot. I'm not tracking.
Just point out, like, she keeps the shadows. So, like, either, like, you're a close friend who knows her name and you wouldn't be, like, spreading her name, or you're her enemy and you're dead. Like,
Clearly, getting to the upper levels is going to be a little bit of a challenge, considering our incapacitated friend. Is there an easy way to get there?
Well, yeah. I mean, the foundry, and she points. Let me get my map. See, I did my homework so long ago, so I know I have like the thing that tells me how to get up to the upper levels.
Nice.
I don't know where they go.
As long as you know
Yeah.
something.
So the foundry, as long as I know something. The foundry on the very northeastern side of town, that goes to all 3 levels. And let's see, the distillery here, which is I think right next door.
I do have one more final question for you. Are the guards of the Skull Island predominantly known to pull pranks?
Every now and again they get kind of bored. Why?
They collapsed the bridge on me.
What did you do to them?
It was kind of
Nothing.
Oh, interesting. Well, that
I
must
mean,
suck because they have to
technically
rebuild
you
that.
clapped the bridge
but
on
I
yourself,
guess that
you knew the
keeps them
trap was
busy.
there.
Job security, you know.
Yeah, I knew the trap was there. I just didn't think they would set it.
Yeah.
Might be something that's always set and is just triggered by inaction, not them setting it up.
Hard
And
to
it,
Except for she said it looks like it's rigged.
Mhm.
So rigged means that it's ready to fall by someone's action.
I mean, if that's the only place you want to know that goes to all 3 levels, I can leave you there. But there's a couple more.
What else is the foundry known for besides just a way up and down?
Well, the foundry is the.
Like, what are we to
Well,
expect
it's a
when we
smithy.
get there?
Of course, it's a smithy.
All right.
I already called the foundry. It's not
Kind of what I was thinking. But
Yeah.
Wanted to check. Could be
Yeah, he
interesting to see.
fashions all sorts of weapons and armor and tools, and they use all 3 levels for all of that.
And he'll let us pass through?
You might need to talk to him first or something, but there is an inn right up the way that does go to at least the middle level, and then a distillery back the way you came. That's where I get this good ale. which I know you're enjoying.
Yes.
That's the distillery. That's back the way you came. That goes up at least to the middle level.
How many quest downs do we want, or how many town quests do we want to do?
I don't know. That could,
Right.
that could be a year's worth of adventure right there.
Here we are.
All right.
The
Well,
ancient dilemma, side quest or main quest?
we'll give her 5 gold for some runes.
We
Okay.
don't have a quest anymore.
How many
Yeah.
rooms
well,
do you want? with
we
this?
want to eradicate the third
I
level.
believe I have
That is
3
our quest.
upstairs that are currently available.
I'll
which
take
is
all
all
3.
of them,
Is
yeah.
that?
Okay.
Is that enough?
With the money you paid earlier with the drink and the talking, I guess I can call it good.
Okay.
What'd you buy?
Rooms, just in case we want to come back here, and if not, well,
Good job.
let's go to the foundry.
All right.
Sure.
Are you sleeping first? Are you leaving him there and then going to the foundry?
He's on his way right now, so.
Yeah, he's literally driving towards us,
Oh,
so
okay.
I figured we'd just head towards the foundry, and he could
Hopefully
wake
by
up
time.
and get off the zombie
Okay.
livery at one point.
Sorry. I didn't want to interrupt. So as everybody's filtering out,
Yes.
I want to kind of lean in quietly to her
Yes.
and ask her, have you heard of an elven relic?
There's many elven relics. They're a very old race. What are you?
This
What
one
have
has
you
the
heard?
heart of a warrior and the soul of a poet.
Not specifically, Thesis. That's very specific that you say that. Let me see what level this is on.
Secret.
She
I
is
got
half
a
elven and she
secret.
knows a lot of things.
Mhm.
So if I didn't ask her, then I
Yeah.
would be failing.
She also wants to entrust you with a secret that I'm trying to find a good one for. So
Okay.
Tomna, have you ever committed a crime?
Is murder a crime?
Who'd you kill?
Those hags. Some bears.
Like how? Like what was your earliest murder? DM's looking stuff up. I thought I'd ask a
it's a
question.
good, yeah, it's a good prime time for that.
Neighbor's cat when I was 12.
Plus, we're
I mean-
saving time for when Brenda can get here. So
I think it counts if I crushed that guy's skull.
Yeah.
Mm.
Whose skull did you crush?
And did he die?
I don't know, and I don't know. But there was a lot of blood, and then I left.
Why'd you crush his skull?
Tried to kill me.
Oh, self-defense?
I said something to the effect of, "You're an ugly son of a bitch, get the fuck away from me, or I'll crush your skull." And then he tried to stab me, so I crushed his skull.
seems reasonable.
Nice follow through.
And that was when you were young?
I mean, I'm a little built. I don't know if you've noticed. And sometimes there's like fire and light that show up on things that I'm holding,
Yeah.
and it makes it easier to crush people's skulls.
Hmm.
So,
Well,
kind of just built for it.
But he asked you if, what was your earliest? And you said that one. Was that like when you were a child?
No,
No.
it was when I second time in the city, probably
Gotcha.
teenager-ish.
That explains a lot.
Would you call that a fond childhood memory? No,
I mean, they made me leave town.
So maybe not.
I didn't take it or leave it. I would say not starving to death is a fond childhood memory.
Oh, no.
As you're having the conversation outside, But I believe the last time I was seen, it was in the hands of a somebody named Willow. Wylllow.
Oh shit! I'm supposed to ask that lady something, and I'm gonna.
Can you spell the name of it again?
Yes, Wylllow.
No,
think
the
the
weapon.
Oh, sorry, the weapon. Tearulai.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure.
Alright. And you're like a bard, right?
I am.
Just a second, sir. You might appreciate this. I don't know the song part of it, but I heard some lyrics about this sword. I really wish I could pronounce his name. Tearulai.
Okay.
Tearulai's owner, my love was slain. Then I killed my love, my mind reeling in pain. The mad wizard hid it, the blade could not die. Hid it, he feared it, beneath this false sky.
Okay. Tyrelai's owner. My love was slain.
Then I killed my love,
We're outside.
my mind
No, I
reeling in pain.
Speaking of memories,
Looking around.
what's your earliest memory?
Okay.
I'm gonna just send you a picture.
Sounds good.
I'll throw it in the Monday night on your sister phone.
Rah.
Boot on my back for
What can I help you with, sir?
I'm
stealing
looking
something.
for a human, I think. Rosnar. Crescendo sounds right.
I remember this name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember why. Oh yeah.
Young, curly hair,
The noble.
shiny ring.
That's right. I haven't heard of this one. Let me double check he's not down here somewhere. No, I don't think he's ever come down this far.
Hmm.
Usually people who pass through here have met them, especially newcomers with that strange of a name.
Well, if he does, and you know this, let me know, and I'll give you money for it.
Okay, who are you?
Tomna.
Tomna, how do I reach you, Tomna?
I feel like I'll be back.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out for him.
Yeah. Or if you hear about where to find him, that'd be good too.
Okay, I'll keep an ear out for rumors.
Sure. I'm just gonna turn around and walk away.
Oh, Bard, before you leave,
Yes.
she's gonna tell you a secret that you expect.
Pick a secret.
Secret? Pick a secret? They give you back the yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I was gonna give you that as an
Nice
option.
spleen.
Alright.
Oh,
And here's your emerald blade. Oh, can you hand that back to Rachel for me? Please. Okay. Let me double check that I got these things right as I was looking for other things. That was Bill. Bra. And this was.
Oh yeah, didn't put my name on it.
I didn't put my name on it.
Nobody
either.
ever does, except for 2 people. Who I
Except for
appreciate.
2 people. Nobody ever does except 2
Nobody ever
people.
does except for 2 people. Okay, good. Oh my.
Oh,
Hello,
hi.
everybody. How are you today? Wait, there's
Let
one
there
more.
be lights!
That was also quick.
And we're here.
Okay, cool. Done. Okay.
I will thank her so much for the information and give her 5 gold.
Awesome. So she's rolling it around. This is how I make my money, you guys. So you're headed off to the foundry, is that what you decided?
Yeah.
Yes.
Neat. Did I say the northeast one? I did. So off we go. Hi ho, hi ho. Let me do some polygon reveal if you had any conversations that I stopped asking about or stop you.
You had questions out. Anybody have
I
questions?
was
of
debating if I could fit any of them in without like just being like
overt?
Like, yeah, overt.
I stuck mine in on his.
I caveated off of his question on memories back to him, so yeah.
Like I'm like.
That's quality.
I could have just been blunt, but I was like, I don't feel like it. I was like, let me work it in.
Yeah, I like the work it ins better.
Coraline,
Yes.
since Bra was talking about his past earlier, were you an only child?
I'm not really sure. I don't know my family.
Peas, Todd.
I was sold to the Thieves Guild. I imagine I probably have a family and they needed the money.
Man, we all are a bunch of thieves and familyless people. Except for
So and I know our family's doing well, thank you.
except for
I'm
You
a
interrupted
slave of
me.
the Thieves Guild.
Yeah.
There's different.
Yeah, he came out so well adjusted.
So Soul knows his family really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Good.
so do I.
Been wondering some things about him. Ask him when he wakes up. Yeah.
Are you?
Alright.
Are,
Okay,
the,
so
are your family members the people you trust the most?
Not at all.
What?
Oh.
I imagine that you trust us more than you trust them then, huh?
The one person I trusted in this world is dead.
Who is that?
I don't want to talk about it.
I think I know.
and we're walking.
And we're watching.
So
I feel like you might have brought it up before, but I can't.
yeah. As you exit the building, you can go. So there's a
I don't want to
vaguely
talk about it.
north direction you can go, and there's a vaguely eastern direction you can go. You do hear some sort of noise coming from that eastern direction, but you would know that overall you're trying to head. I don't know if you can see that way there. Trying to head to the northeast. So it's your call which way we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So north.
Okay. So north. Around the corner. This is a house that is empty, but I had to show because I couldn't
Show it.
do the thing like
Yeah.
Hide.
I probably could. Yeah, but then it's a different color on my screen when I hide over something that used to be Fog of War, which
Bothers you?
especially when it overlaps. Gross.
Gross.
Now you have to find out in character. Good luck.
As you walk through that last little intersection there did appear to be some noise coming from a building to your north. Also, as you walk past this, also as you walk past this way, you can kind of hear some commotion coming from the south, and then nothing like terrifying, but maybe some like talkers, some like hey,
What am I watch?
Yeah.
The nice thing is we're in a city, so we kind of expect some talking.
Some talking. It's kind of weird.
As long as nothing jumps out and attacks us,
Yeah,
I guess
it's like
we'll
she
keep
said.
moving.
If you don't attack, then you will not find danger. Alright.
Been in a city like that in a while.
It's kind of nice. Huh? Skullport's a city of thieves and hooligans and ruffians. They kind of expect you to be jerks, but they don't. They have like a code of their own, you know?
More like guidelines than rules.
This could be a good place for you to settle down.
It might be. It's a good central location for all that I ever want to do.
Why is there a black spot there?
All you want to do is kill Drow.
Yeah.
Oh, I lost your fireball. Hold on. There it is.
Oh, found your fireball.
Enjoy the sunlight too much.
Sorry. I want to keep you with a party, but not like in your party. That would be kind of weird. Okay, so you go.
You don't want a fireball just traveling with us?
Well, it would be kind of interesting, but I don't feel like you'd like that very much.
Ready to explode.
Alright, you hear
I hit the button.
what sounds like a smithy.
Turn that thing off.
Oh, wait, I have this in my thing. Hold on. I have this music.
Nice.
Dun, dun, dun.
Good while the map reloads.
Smithy. Oh, did that happen?
Yeah.
I thought we said that they'll put music. Oh, okay.
You assumed it was me, didn't you?
No, I knew it wasn't, but I like to pick on you a little bit.
I know, because I shut it down 3 times in one night.
Oh, that's not very mean. Play.
Computer.
Well, the dog still took it off the blacksmith shop.
It's got music for it?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that from, though? Is it part of Roll20 or something?
No, it's called
Tabletopaudio.com.
tabletopaudio.com.
Yay!
All
plug.
unlicensed music, so you can play it on the
Yeah,
stream.
and it tells you what it is. It says ambiance and then no music. There's some that say talking in the background. There's some that do things. That was me.
Oh. I thought it was
Brendan.
him coming.
Okay, so ahead, you hear a smithy and you see a building. I'll even give you the building reveal. Why not?
It won't matter yet.
Oh,
We're
okay.
still loading.
So I will describe with my mind visions.
Your mind visions?
Listening with my mind visions.
They call it theater of the mind. Okay.
Call it horror movie of the mind.
There we go. So it has a vaguely oddly shaped blacksmith shop, but ahead, or again, Skullport is made of these ragtag pieces and above you see these things. The doorway specifically says Thalgar's Foundry. Come in!
You did hear somebody.
Or not. It's okay. Come in. He says as you knock on the door.
Come in!
Jeez Louise.
You needed William to do it.
No.
As you walk up to this foundry, Soul Spotted Leopard sort of stretches and says, "What happened?"
As he wakes up.
You are currently, as far as I'm aware, still being hoisted by 2 zombies.
Oh. Yeah, you are being litter carried by 2
Yeah.
zombies, pretty much.
And they have been amended so that way their feet are only straight. So they are
Can't
straight
buckle
walking.
under your weight.
Yeah.
It's a rough ride.
And they
Four
struggle,
javelins in
to
between.
keep you there as you attempt to get off, I'm assuming.
Grovel.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Tell them to drop.
You can also drop, it says in the thing.
Well, I feel like he's on their back right
Well,
now.
I
Okay.
thought someone told me to grovel. I'm like, I am ready to admit that my actions were not the most intelligent and that I may have endangered everyone.
You may have.
Well,
We were fine.
oh, I don't know the facts of how imperiled.
We
You
made
were-
quick
do I.
work of that hag after you.
I'm glad for this.
Mostly Kotrix did all the work.
I helped.
Not really. You just sat there.
No, I helped. I went inside. I helped.
We might have a couple deception rolls, but that's fine.
Don't know.
I
that
never lied.
My health.
Did you go inside?
I was standing by the door. I could see inside.
You didn't help.
The smell was horrible.
I never said I did help.
She just said that you did.
I said Kotrix did all the work.
It has its moments.
Yeah, it's just not cooperating
It's
at
a
all right
great
this moment in
program
time.
at
It's just
times.
not loading. Wait. Hold on.
Right over
Yeah, I know.
the grocery outlet.
Which led
G.
Right at the checkout, so you can't help it.
What?
They have them at grocery outlet right at the checkout. You can't help it.
Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Oh, here's your maul back. I picked it up just in case.
It's still loading.
Thank
Okay.
you. Did you get to try it out?
No,
Oh.
I was a little disappointed, but there was this lady that I could have used it on, but didn't seem like the right atmosphere for it. I was tempted, but that's what it is.
Well, if my
Well.
luck can be any warning, maybe just striking out at every available target isn't the smartest option.
I mean, there's like random street people, so we could just choose one of them, you know.
I do believe that
Yes.
my security deposit is coming back to me.
Fair enough.
One of the stipulations of the contract.
Stipulations.
Never mind. I'll take it up with the guild.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's nice to have you back.
Glad to be back.
He said something nice to you. He must have been actually frightened.
So cute.
You can't exactly protect me very well being knocked out, can you?
Oh, I thought I was worse than knocked out on that one. Those are both
It's
actually
just-
true.
Sounds like we found the smithy.
It's loading. It's
I was
been
like,
loading
where's that
this whole
sound?
entire
we
time.
Can we can still again be
Yeah,
like,
because unfortunately I'm streaming at the same time. The computer can't handle loading Roll20.
yeah.
So our choice is to
We're good.
stop the
No, we're good.
the stream.
So, but you hear a foundry.
Yeah.
The exact way it looks is not important unless you decide to take it down for some reason. You guys are like that. But I'm gonna. Can I assume you walk in, or are we standing on the street waiting for the map to load?
I'll walk in.
Okay.
We can walk in.
All right.
We're almost there.
You see a dwarf-like
Being.
being with ashen skin, ashen gray, drab clothing. You think if he stood still long enough against a stone wall, he would blend right in. But he is running a very tight ship here. We have people in the corners who are hammering away. They're doing the smithy thing. They're making horseshoes. They're making armor. They're making weapons, and he's overseeing all of this. A little bit bigger than the standard dwarf. He's got his big voice on,
Yeah.
big. So as you walk in, he sort of looks over at you and just continues to get everybody doing what they gotta do.
Boy there.
Hey.
Somebody said that this was the way to get up to the fortress.
Do you say it like that?
Maybe.
I wouldn't know any better, I guess.
Up to the fortress. We do have all 3 levels of Skullport available over in the corner, but I don't really know if I want to let you up if that's what you're looking for.
Well, Clello told us to go see the alchemist.
Not even close.
Wrong place, it's fine.
The alchemist is not in the circle
Where are
forest.
There was something else.
There's a mage in the fortress that we're supposed to go talk to.
Dalagor?
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to go there?
Why would you
Depends
ask
on the
that?
moment, but at the moment, yes.
Alright.
What do you know about the place that we should know?
I got too kind of a shit to run to stand here flapping around all day. If you want, you can go up. It's just in the corner there. And he points to like a spiral staircase that usually goes up higher.
Do you have any wares for sale?
That'll pique his interest.
We usually make the wares here and then somebody else sells it for us. Maybe. Where did that go?
No problem.
Nope, just kidding. I sell them here.
That's a good joke.
Yeah, you can go talk to insert name here, Jonathan, up on the second level to buy anything they make.
You look like you run a pretty impressive foundry.
I do, thank you.
But can I ask you a personal question?
Just one, then you gotta get out of
What are you?
here. I'm a juror. I don't know how to say this.
Durgar.
Juror.
Dark dwarf.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if that's what she was alluding to by
I
the.
was
Okay.
trying to tell you things without telling you things.
Yes.
He was in
Okay.
the previous
It was good.
tavern.
I know. It's fine.
Yeah.
I had time to look it up while you guys were bullshitting about the map not working.
Well, head for the stairs.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh,
Drag
I'm
the zombie
gonna,
along.
as he's been standing here having that conversation, I'm gonna untie the ropes from the javelins around the zombie legs and put the javelins away, put the rope away.
Sweet.
So now they're no longer
You can, like, walk and stuff?
splinted.
Cool. Alright, let me reveal we going to the middle level or are we?
Yeah, let's stop
Yeah,
and
we'll
see the
stop
wares.
off there.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know what your current. Giving you so many options
I need
here.
to buy, but
I didn't separate my notes with bullet
That's
points.
the wrong one.
So I was just reading them off.
Alright, let me get you guys.
Yeah.
And your fireball too.
your
little dog And your little dog too. Hopefully I don't bring anybody else with us. Oh, I lost you all. Ah! Sam, you have one of these buttons work and it goes back.
Just like the mouse button on.
G6, I believe.
I don't want it anymore. Put him out
Is that backspace.
Don't point him at the microphone.
We're still learning how to be people with technology. It's fine. I'm joining the game shortly.
Oh, you hit the back button too?
Well, yeah, because the stupid mouse has one of the buttons be actively backspace.
Quick, anybody got a question?
How much health do I have?
You have
were given
roll
an
1d4.
2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
I will roll them right now.
so Coach Ricks.
That's max. So you have
10.
Hey!
I want to think maybe a similar question has
that
been
I put
asked
on
of you
myself.
recently, but what do you fear the most?
Uncontrolled magic.
That's a really good one. That might be something I don't quite trust either. Beautiful.
Alright.
I had an accident with a family member of mine. She died because of it. I don't want to talk about it.
I won't ask any further.
It was
Excellent.
probably his sister, but he doesn't want to talk about that.
Why you gotta call him out like that? Jeez.
Well, he keeps saying he doesn't want to talk about it,
I
but
know.
he keeps
Is this
talking
the,
about it.
is this the same person that you don't want to talk to me about?
Let me guess.
Where are we going?
He doesn't want to talk about it.
What do we see on the second level?
How do you feel, Soul?
Because I just had to make this up. You see a little shop
A little bit
Nice.
with
better.
a another. Let's just call him actually a dwarf named Johnny. On the other side.
Ahoy!
Ahoy!
John, did the other guy tell us the name of the
Yeah.
person?
Yep.
Hey, Johnny.
I had to make that up. Or I think Jonathan, but it's fine.
You said John.
I think it's, I don't know. I don't
So
know.
Jonathan the first
Whatever
one.
name I
Whatevs.
said is this kid.
That one guy.
What do you have for sale?
What are you looking for? It'd be way too much for me to go through this list.
Is it all metal, or do you have things other than metal?
Well, we're a foundry,
Pop.
so
Plug
pretty much
rock.
everything here is made downstairs and upstairs. So anything you're looking for that we can hammer away at, probably is here.
Do you have any enhanced metal?
Kind of like this big hammer on his back.
Yo.
Mithril metal?
Admit.
I don't know what you're adamantium. That's what it is. Thank you. That's harder to work with, but we can probably make something for you while you're in town.
What about, do you get any magics involved in your work?
Mostly we're just people who hammer the things, but there's a couple mages in town I bet you can go talk to, and they might be able to enchant it for you.
Do you put out quality work that can be enchanted?
Of course we do.
Nice.
We're everything we make is quality.
Keep that
Insight.
in mind.
You could just look at the wares on the wall.
Yeah.
I was gonna pick one up and like look at it. And
I don't think I'd be able to.
Oh, it's 3, so I'm
Okay.
sold.
A rusty shiv. I've been looking for one.
Right.
It's a really well made rusty shield.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much.
Go right with that.
get that tetanus. Bonus paralyzation.
Just lockjaw.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it works real great on mages.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we should get one of those.
about the best rusty ship
So
I've seen
how quick
outside
does
of a
lockjaw
prison.
set in?
How many times have you been to prison?
So you want to know the answer to that?
Yes.
It depends on what you define as a prison. Like a little pit that has a couple broken spikes and a grung guarding it. More times than I'd like to admit. Crafty little bastards.
What the fuck is a grung?
They're about as tall as Cotrix and Coraline and Lilith, but they're frogs.
You got caught by frogs?
They had a pit to help them.
The wee little things.
You fell
Do they
into a
taste good?
hole?
There were other steps involved. The end result was a hole, yes.
Guarded by
Find
a frog.
anything or not?
You don't carry anything.
I'm gonna start walking up the
for a
stairs.
dagger?
You don't carry any cloth goods, do you? Just metal?
Is that where you got your tattoos?
Sorry.
No, these are mostly
I wish I had, like,
self-inflicted.
a list of all the things.
141 player's handbook.
I know. Yeah, that'd be 10 gold pieces for a dagger.
I'll buy a dagger,
Alright.
I'm gonna go up the stairs.
and then we'll
Yeah.
just leave.
Okay.
Do the giant frogs
Good to
taste
see you
good?
guys. Bye.
They're, they're poisonous, not venomous.
There's a big difference.
They're,
Yeah, if you bite it and you die, then it's poisonous. But if it bites you and then you die, then it's venomous.
Ingested
And if you bite it and somebody else
injected.
dies, that's correlation, not causation.
What'd you say about Coraline?
None of your fucking business!
Okay, crabby pants.
There's no crabs here.
I think
Not
the boss
anymore.
is outlining this.
What do they mean?
Let me tell you.
Video essay number one.
This one.
This was like Maui singing the song.
Yes.
There are two
Perfect.
important ones. One on my chest is Quetzalcoatl holds the sun, and
He really doesn't. Sorry, continue.
oh, yes he does.
Carry on.
Tom, as you walk upstairs and continue.
Then the ones in my arms are
I'll follow Tom.
the memories of the ghost tribes of Scholt.
So as you walk up the stairs in
Somebody's
the little
vibrating.
room. It might be
No.
you're in a little room, and there's a doorway to a like planks, like the wood slats. But there's not a lot of room up here for Lilith to follow you. So do you want to step outside?
Sure.
The foundry was not lying to you. I just didn't read ahead again. So they just have the bottom level, and then the upper level is their store, and then the upper level is maybe like a heat escape or something for all this stuff. So I have.
You could cook grungs on that probably and seep out the poison
Lilith,
glands.
you join. Step outside.
I'll follow him, yeah.
You guys coming upstairs?
Yeah.
I shall
Yeah.
follow as well.
Alright, I'll just say yes, everybody's up. Putting next to the zombies. Got mine and yours. Okay. You can't see where you are still? Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So as you step out, you are at the very top. So what that means is that there are very few buildings, but you have the wood planks from the old stuff, and
Lots of
you have all these wood planks, and you have some stalactites, and as you walk out the door, ahead of you appears to be like a petrified purple worm, not like a dragon, but an actual worm, giant worm. And then it also appears that there is quite a big spider that is, I think it was petrified, I remember correctly. Oh, sorry. There appears to be a carved upside down spider directly south from you.
Damn Trowler at it again.
So it seems.
Do we know where this fortress is?
Well, I imagine it's that
It
big
said northeast.
stone thing in the northeast.
It's not
The
mine.
shoe drops.
Yeah, can we see said northeastern fortress from here?
So you are in the northeastern part of town right now. There's not a whole lot that's northeast from you.
As we're standing there, I'm gonna look over to the giant, supposedly stone spider,
Okay.
and try and use my speech of the woods, which lets me communicate with beasts. Like, hey, are you hungry? Just in case it's not petrified.
Specifically to the spider?
Yeah,
Sure.
just in case.
The spider doesn't respond. Is that for anything to respond to you?
You learn to read. Beasts can understand your speech. You gain the ability to decipher their noises and motions.
So wait, let me see if there's anything nearby as I'm outlining the spider for fun. If there's anything nearby that'd be like, yes. You
Beasts.
look tasty. I'm speaking along a little bit, so some of the legs are kind of iffy, but I'm kind of curious to see if anything's nearby, so I don't want to stop this nonsense. But I didn't want to like cut it short or anything.
This nonsense. What do you mean?
It's a
Us
really
blowing
intense
through the
spider.
entire city.
No, just the clicking of the like each leg.
Oh,
That's
gotcha.
all I meant. No, you're more than welcome to blow through the entire city and get back to the Willowwood or Double-Headed Ent or whatever you want to do. Or sorry, Ent. Okay, so anything nearby you, say yes. Let me check. Nope. You don't hear anything. Damn it. Maybe the zombies say yeah a little bit.
I don't understand on that. So.
Okay.
Beasts speak those.
Oh yeah, beast. Yeah. All right.
So you outline the spider.
Outline spider. Can you see it?
No.
Kind of maybe it's on my little. It's down. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing again. Told you that happens. Bloop. It's down here.
Whoa, that's a bug spotter.
Uh huh.
And it's up on the ceiling.
Yes. So it's carved upside on the ceiling, and it's hanging over what looks like a building.
If that were ever a sign, this is probably where the drow are.
Yeah.
Like someone said aren't here.
And what was the other giant carved thing?
Well, I imagine if there were drow,
purple
that
worm.
person would have seen them.
So I
There's
would
a
imagine too.
petrified purple worm. You
Oh.
can see the tail. The tail is right next to you. You guys are over here. And then it kind of curves around.
Why are there a bunch of petrified things?
Or is it a bunch of what?
Why are there a bunch of petrified things?
Well,
don't
I
know.
don't think that that's an actual spider. It's probably been built by them. When purple worms die, that's what happens to them.
Who knew?
I mean,
It's like, check that.
Sure.
Ooh, one. A two. My insight's not very much. 7, 6, 6.
5, 7, 6?
Six,
What is it?
sorry.
766.
I wasn't lying to you.
Okay.
I don't know if that's factual or not, but that's what he's going to say. So.
Wasn't lying.
Until we come
so
across a Medusa.
we're trying to go towards whatever we assume is the fortress.
Yeah.
Great.
What
What
can
do
you
you
see
assume is
that
the fortress?
appears to be
Thought
fortress
we
like?
could
That's
see
a
it.
great
Yeah.
question.
I thought we
The
could see it.
northeast?
You are in the
Yeah.
northeast corner, so I think you're referring to like the thing that she said to go up on.
Oh,
like, the,
yeah.
like that's how you get upstairs.
The
Did she
stone
give us-
structure that's close to the
that
ceiling.
was
Did she give us directions other than go up to the top of the foundry?
She just said it was on the 3rd level.
She didn't tell us where the
If
fortress
anything
was.
that has battlements or arrow slits or is made entirely of stone.
Yeah. Decently near the spider.
Sheer walls, giant red eyes, something.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Decently near the spider. So let me.
Is there anybody walking around I can just ask?
In the distance, you do see like a couple floating lanterns. And then I'm gonna reveal stuff that's like underneath. Like it does exist. There's just some parts of the cave swoop down a little bit, so that's why it's gonna be dotted. Whoop, all the way over here. I know I had to like get everything. And done. Okay. Down towards the south, underneath the spider, does appear to be a place with a another stairwell kind of thing. So it looks familiar to what you just hopped out of. Again, you do see a giant worm. And there we go. Giant spider.
Are there people on the giant worm?
Probably in it.
It's more like an enclosed, maybe
It's a tunnel.
So yeah, can't quite tell. And then what else do you see? There's also appears to be like a second half of Skullport on the upper levels, but there's like a way that you can't get there. Like there's a gully down just in the middle of.
There's a chute.
I really probably wouldn't use it as a chute, but you probably could. I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, that's what I mean. Is like it's just like a big old hole in this.
Yeah, like a crevice more, like it goes all the way along. But there does appear to be like a east upper Skullport and a west upper Skullport, and you're in the north.
And because it's made of shipping and rigging, there's just a gap between the upper sections of shipping and
They
rigging.
need more ships and more rigging.
Yeah. Or there's like a big old stalactite set hanging down, or just something is like a natural barrier, so you can't just like jump from one to the other.
We're in the stacks, so we just have to find our way around.
Yeah. Let's go to that fortress-looking thing over there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep an eye on these planks because they're making me nervous.
Sure. Investigate the planks as you walk along then.
Neat. 7.
Great. They appear to be absolutely fine.
What you looking at?
I just don't want to fall.
You want me to check for?
I can try to run across
Traps
it
as
and then
we
shadow
walk,
step if I
or
feel
too
one break
many
under
people
me.
talking.
That's generally true.
What?
How do you get here? Oh.
I can try to check for traps as we go.
I don't
take
think
the
it's an
lead.
issue with traps. It's just bad boards. This is all made out of hand-me-down shit.
Should I send the zombies ahead?
Ooh.
There we go.
I will make the zombies march ahead of us on the planking then.
What about just one?
Okay,
we don't
I'll do one.
Lose half your investment instead of all of it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Some of us are heavier than the zombies, so you might want to have 2 to test the weight.
Here, why don't you sit on its shoulders, and then if you start to fall, you just...
I like this plan.
Everything will be fine,
I
right?
don't know if I could
I'm gonna.
shadow step without actually physically stepping.
Coward.
Can I take one of my ropes and hand the grappling hook to Soul and just take off?
Sure, absolutely.
Because the halfling weight clearly is more than the zombie weight.
Wrap
So you
the
have really good
end around my
testing zombies in your just.
Exactly, that's why I'm sending them ahead.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'm going with them.
Even
Yeah.
are you in front of them or are they in front of you? Or going with them?
They can be in front of me.
Okay.
But just in
I'll
case.
hold the zombie leash out to you. Here, walk the zombie.
It's really stinky. It probably needs to go outside.
Just got it wrapped on the end of the rope, just wrapped around and ready to take up my role as dead weight for this one.
I mean, that's what you were doing for a good hour and a half, so...
They were more useful than you were for that hour and a half.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Using literal humor.
So as you approach the
Recenter.
I can recenter.
Thank
Oh,
you.
you're part of the team now. Or I'm sorry, you
Thank
guys can
you.
see the thing.
Yes.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
So as you walk up, you see a single door, but it does appear to be a quite the large, possibly even like a Skullport mansion. So you see the single door on this side right here.
Yep.
And can enter as you would knock on it maybe. I don't know.
I'll knock on it.
Alright. There appears to be no answer.
Does it appear to be locked?
It does appear to be locked.
Do there appear to be any windows to look inside?
There does not appear to be any windows that you can look inside.
I will cast Detect Magic.
Okay. When you detect magic, you can tell what kind something is too.
Correct.
Okay. There is a very old sort of magical stench of necromancy, but it's very old. But this place just seems to be sort of seeped in it to the point where it doesn't ever quite disappear. You also can get a ping from a specific location that appears to be just to the little bit to the right of the door, but you assume that they can't hear you knocking. And that would be a...
I'm going to use thaumaturgy and try and cause ominous whispers within the bounds of the door.
Okay.
And they're going to be going, you have guests.
Okay. So you stand there for a while, as you kind of, it goes for 10 minutes, right? Your detect magic. Okay. So you sense, illumination's not a type of magic, but you sense an illumination, and it comes around, evocation magic. It comes around, it goes farther away from you, and it starts to walk around, and coming up the way,
I think somebody's coming.
Which way would he go? He would come this way, just kidding. So he comes around the corner and he says, "That was weird. Who are you people?" The house hasn't told me we have guests in so long.
So your house does tell you you have guests, though?
Not in a very long time. That was new for the most recent 50 years or so. Let's just call it that.
My name's Cotrix. What's yours?
Felrax.
Can you spell that?
I absolutely can. Thank you for asking, good sir. It's Felrax. Felrax.
Alright,
And you see a dragonborn, copper-colored scales. He's got a staff that's lit up, so you sense that type of evocation magic you saw earlier.
Kal-El told us to come see the Wizard of the Key.
I'm a mage, but I'll take it. Come in. And he walks you around the house.
Around
We're
or
just knocking
in?
on the wrong door.
So this door, it's like just a doorway, around
He
the
didn't
outside.
come from there?
No. Where's the actual door? Oh, here. No. I'll show you the whole mansion. You'll be confused as I am. Ooh, I did it wrong. Come on, polygon reveal. Boop, 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 boop.
What was that?
That was Sam's board noise.
Okay. Okay, conversation, guys. You have
Okay.
questions.
So here's the mansion, and I'm confused because I thought he was in this room,
Yeah.
and I just sort of walked him this way, but then he can't get out here into this room, which has an exit, and he can't get out here into this room, which has an exit. So I'm just going to assume there's some cool secret doors. So all of that reversed. He comes out that door you were at. He walks you inside, and he's going to walk you through a bookcase.
Well, there's a staircase there. That's probably how he
There is,
gets
but
up
it's
and
like
down and
over
around.
here, and then he comes downstairs, and he goes back upstairs, and that one doesn't even show me more stairs.
It's
So
a mage's
it's
house.
a mage's
It
house.
doesn't make
so
sense.
Obviously, I only
He
got
knows
rid of-
every room, and he just uses dimension door.
Yeah.
That-
Right. So it'll be fun for you to try walking through here.
Do some interior
Here's the
renovation.
dude.
Right.
Yeah. So he walks you here.
Stone shape on each wall.
A bookshelf.
I can
creaks
cast stone
for
shape.
you to walk into this.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
You can. With your hand in over and over again.
So
It's a long casting
how's
time
it
depending on the material.
Yes.
Yes.
What? What for?
Well,
What did she say?
I have no
she
idea.
said that you were trustworthy and that if we needed a place to stay, we could stay here.
You must have helped out the Harpers. Yes, indeed. You're welcome here.
The what?
The what?
Yes.
The Harpers. The Harpers Guild?
Who's
Yeah.
the Harpers?
Harpers are cool.
How do you know this and I don't?
Flaming Fist and Harpers are friends, kind of. Tenuous at best.
How do you play a harp with a flaming fist?
Metal
With
strings?
extreme delicacy.
I've never seen you have a flaming fist.
Or a harp?
I'm not a part of the Harpers. I'm an honorary member of the
I
Flaming
don't even
Fist.
have a harp.
You guys are using the literal humor thing that I do.
It's really annoying.
Welcome back. We missed you.
Yeah. No, the Harpers are. Valrex, are you a Harper?
Yes. Am I?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay,
I
so
help the Harpers.
I have a question for you. Really, what are the Harpers?
That's trying to be polite about it. The Harpers are like spies and polite assassins. They're definitely not as crummy as Zentharum.
So,
How do I join these Harpers?
You pick up a pamphlet, fill out a questionnaire.
Do I
Assass-
get one of these pamphlets?
I don't have them. I'm part of the Flaming Fist. Sometimes they'd like work together. There'd be some Harper guy
You
role.
have to
and
be
like,
vetted and
I'm gonna-
earn rank.
Yeah, the Harpers.
do we have
are
a place to stay here?
Of course, this mansion has been empty for quite some time, and I'm always welcoming to people to come stay here.
Awesome. What can you tell me about? We can get to that in a minute. I think everybody wants to rest.
Sure.
Rooms for the night would be okay with you?
Of course, he's gonna show you down level.
Do you happen to know how someone can join the Harpers?
I do. I looked up. Of course, the Harpers are small pockets of people up across Faerun, and the thing is that you're trained for a little bit, but overall you act alone and depend on your own resources. But if you wanted to, I'm sure that one of us could find you.
I'm going to say this out loud, but for a group of secret spies, they're obviously very bad because they go around telling you that that's who they are.
Only friends of Kalal would send somebody here that is not trustworthy. Wait, only the other way. That is not.
Okay.
If
All
you're
right.
here from
Strike that
Kalal, then you
Okay.
are here and you're trustworthy.
Okay. Sure.
These Harpers are
Us.
assassins.
Harpers are
Maybe
us.
they just relocate and don't tell people.
That's probably
They're
why I
less
haven't heard of them.
Evil?
So like the Zentharum are like jerks and make things worse, and the Harpers are like the polite version of that.
So they're nice about how they make things worse.
No, they are always like, let's do the better thing. They die a lot.
Like they assassinate people to better the world.
We just what was my voice? We just promote fairness and equality, and we do it covertly.
Yeah, so they're like the polite version.
Sounds like an interesting guild.
We can talk about it more over breakfast. If anybody wants to, you can definitely just take a nap right here. We can take a break.
Yeah, it's break time.
Soul would like to sleep.
Benefits of a long rest?
Soul's been sleeping.
Yeah, you are safe. You are at the Harper's Guild. You are safe. And
Oh, we are at the
rest.
Harpers
Well,
Guild.
you're at, sorry,
Woo.
you're at a mansion that
Okay. I'm
Harper
gonna
controlled
go to break
mansion.
in
not a
3,
guild itself.
2, One.
Thanks for getting that out. Alright, welcome back to Mountaineers.
Switch to the
So,
map.
as
No,
we...
not really.
Not the map, we're fine. As we settle in for the night, Cotrix, you asked to pick... Shit, what's this guy's name?
Felrax.
Felrax is great. Thank
Yes,
you so much.
I did. I asked to geek out with the fellow arcane user.
So, first of all, you learn from him that this used to be one of the Mad Mage's warriors place. He was a necromancer. And so this used to be a place where a mage would turn undead all the time and use them for his bidding. It was destroyed or driven out during the Spell Plague, which is why there's this very bleak 3-story mansion in the middle of Skullport.
Wow.
He also tells you that there were 13 mages that used to keep Undermountain safe. They've gone mad. And these minor mad mages are actually what you've been seeing as lanterns floating. They're the flame skulls of the 13 mages. They do their best to continue guarding the city, but
So no more starting fights in the city because I don't want to fight flame skulls.
his
I've got a
dream
bucket of water.
his
That'll
dream
work.
is to turn Skullport into a shining city, and he thinks that if he were to mend the sanity of the flame skulls, which he's spent years researching how to, he thinks it might be possible.
Am I at all concerned that this particular mage has done lost his bonkers?
Please do an insight check.
That is going to be a 17.
The
No, I'm sorry,
only-
that's a 19.
The only true insanity is being hopeful in a place like this. He is a perfectly sane mage.
You're saying this mage is researching how to?
Yeah. Felrax.
I'm
As
not
he's
there,
talking,
but I mean, I'm just asking.
yeah, as he's talking to Cotrix at night, he tells you his dream.
I'm going to ask him, does he have a particular... Like, is there anything that I could probably look for as I travel through Undermountain that would help him cure these particular skulls of their insanity? Does he have any sort of a theory going?
There does appear to be a ritual, but it really should take place in the Sargoth Enclave, which would be the closest place to these flame skulls that would be akin to an altar. If you could find this altar, it's hidden somewhere in the underwater grotto in the waters of Skullport. There does appear, or he does think that there might be somebody who knows a little bit about that.
Would it happen to be a Kuotoa?
It would happen to be a Kuotoa. He believes that it's an old Kuotoa living in sight of the Tower of the Seven Woes.
Huh. Funny thing is, we met a Koatoa on our way in.
Did you?
We did.
Did you
We were nice to him.
say anything to him? Did you kill him, or did you?
Well, no, we didn't kill him.
Oh,
We
yeah.
we fed him, and he brought some very shiny stuff to a friend of
Yes,
mine.
he did.
So I wonder if maybe he didn't get this shiny stuff from the altar.
You can't have it back.
Well, I wasn't going to give it back.
I think
I
you're
believe.
sleeping anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. At this point in time, I'd probably be trying to want to talk with Soul, probably always near me. If
I
at all
was up
possible.
because I wanted to pick his brain about the Harpers.
Yeah. I would, I'll try to go to this altar, but you want to perform the spell at the altar? Is that my understanding?
I would like to.
Do we have to have the skulls there at the altar?
The idea is to take this flame skull to this altar and then
how exactly are we going to get 13 mad wizard flame skulls to follow us to the underwater altar?
Well, of course, you wouldn't do that. You'd probably take them one at a time.
Lots of dancing.
Look, I know it sounds cheesy and crazy, and it's a hope that I have that if we can mend their sanity, then we can do this.
Do you need them intact?
Well, Flame Skulls, as I'm sure you know, as a seasoned wizard, will
Yeah.
knit themselves together again after 24 hours. So
Yeah.
I suppose that if it's easier to take them down even
Well,
insane, we can mend them and
I'm
Bring it back.
not 100% sure what the reaction is going to be of a flame skull if I ask it, hey, can you come with me? I have something to show you.
these ones try really hard to, with good intentions, save the city from all of these things. So potentially it might help.
Trick it.
I don't know that they're wizards. We're pretty hard to trick.
I saw some thievery going on down here.
What you could do is you two could go down there and she could pretend to be the victim and you could pretend to pickpocket her. And then when the flame skulls come to eradicate you with fireballs, hopefully it'll be a really fast
But when you
ritual.
use the fireball finally.
Hopefully it is a quick ritual. Yes.
Hopefully it's a quick ritual.
What's the casting time? 1 hour. Shit.
Fight for
The
an hour.
what? Ritual?
1
Well, I'd like to talk to my cohorts about potentially taking this quest upon ourselves, but we could see what we could do.
Of course. I think it's probably time to sleep now.
Good night.
Good night.
Guys!
Dear God.
Are we?
Come away, come
We're
away.
fighting now.
No, I'm sorry.
You're sleeping again?
He was
Death.
really tired.
Death and sleep are two very different things.
He's death lagged.
He didn't
There's
actually
Yeah,
die.
you told me you never die. You just
Did I?
fell
He's
unconscious.
death lagged, okay.
I thought I died. It was weird on the other side.
I've been there a couple times.
think
You're
that's-
over dramatizing.
It's just called
Yeah.
a nightmare.
There's
Frequent
these
fire miles.
mad flame skulls, and I think we need to cure them.
With water.
Yes.
Oh, that
I'll explain them the whole
Okay.
ritual and like go.
There you do it that way.
get to about water. Here are a couple of the important details. Like we have to go underwater. It's like, all right,
13.
throw some water on some skulls.
We would do one at a time.
I think you're going mad.
I'd be willing to try to
think
help
he was
cure
already-
a mad
That
mage.
base
It's
leg.
It's a really honorable thing to do.
That
Maybe
base
he has a chance
leg.
with you.
All right, fine. We'll deal it in the morning.
Oh,
It's
it's
like a
not
small
morning?
trickle of blood down my forehead.
I don't know.
Because of the whole explanation.
It's
about the
always
whole thing.
night down
We
here. It's
woke us
kind of
up,
hard
I
to
thought
tell.
we were done. It just felt like I only slept for minutes.
You had only slept for minutes.
If anyone sells a time-telling rock down here.
The time-telling rock is on night mode. Go back to sleep.
Does your contract say anything about knocking him out?
Honestly,
He didn't read the contract.
I was thinking,
a contract was longer than a page and had a lot of words I didn't understand.
You know
So
how when you sign a contract for your cell phone bill and you just skip that whole line and just sign? That's what he did.
You clicked OK on the end user agreement.
yeah,
didn't
no,
you?
That is the biggest
I got
lie.
the-
Yes, I read and understand
I,
it.
did, I just got the just
Even if you read it, did you
protect this
understand it?
guy and
At all
and
costs.
yeah.
He saw a really big number and he went, okay.
Didn't realize that's the indebtedness that I'd be at the end of it.
Well, in that, I didn't read far enough ahead.
Okay.
In that discussion still, he had mentioned that you need to go talk to Nightshade, the alchemist here on this, not like far away.
Okay.
This old crone who runs a shop, and he'll direct you to it.
I'll ask pointingly,
Yeah.
is it a hag?
Just like an old crone, not a hag.
Like, really?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna send you to any more Crohn's as far as I can.
Okay. Because otherwise, the whole plan's scrapped.
Yeah.
His soul's not going there.
Yeah. Yeah. So he says she's right.
We
She's
brought
right down
everyone
there.
inside.
So that's an
Went
interesting.
inside, yeah.
A couple of you guys can still go there.
I went inside this thing.
Yeah.
Did you beat the hag, or did you have
Yes.
to come to an accord?
But would we have a reason to go back there? Buy another zombie?
We
Revenge.
Kill the hag.
Oh.
We're the Revengers.
Maybe I could actually.
You beat her but didn't kill her?
Yes.
Sure.
The friendship was the secret the entire time.
By the way, do you feel funny at all?
I always feel funny. I've just stopped
That's
questioning
good,
it.
because you look funny.
Okay. Let me know if you suddenly lose motor control.
By a machine? That would be cool.
No, like
Did we find
if
the
you
tinkers?
stop being able to choose when to move your hands and stuff.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
It'll probably be apparent.
Yeah. Just in case.
If you gain idle hands.
My question is, how's he supposed to let him know if he can't talk?
I got that.
Thank you.
I didn't hear what they said.
Idle hands.
Okay. Well,
Like,
is
check
it the
as
next
best
morning
I
yet?
can to see if I have machine
Here's the
parts.
next morning.
Okay, so next morning we get the benefits of
As
the
you awaken, actually, Coach, will you do an Arcana check for me?
I would love to do an Arcana check for you. I would love to roll better than that, but I didn't. So that's an 11.
Okay.
What?
Alright, sounds good.
This is supposed to be your forte.
I have +7 in it, but it doesn't help when you roll a fucking 4. Okay.
Remember,
Oh, it was a 1.
I fell in the river earlier on something I'm supposed to be really good at.
Yes.
And have advantage at.
Sometimes the dice is strong in your favor.
Exactly.
Alright, you're gonna join him for breakfast.
Okay. And the next roll was a natural 20, of
Great.
course. Go
You
for
should
it.
have saved that one for
Mm.
later. So breakfast happens, and he looks a little brighter, and sort of looks expectantly, but not gonna pry.
I think we're going to try to help you. I think that's the consensus.
That would be wonderful.
What are we eating for breakfast?
You have an entire spread of
Oreo cookies.
Ham,
Sure.
eggs.
I was thinking, yeah, some like eggs. It's kind of hard to find like meat here that you would recognize, so some sort of sausage, and
Some sort of bacon.
no sausage, not bacon today.
Yeah, 'cause you gotta grind it.
Some hard like tack bread, but he's trying to soften it up over the fire a little bit so it's easier to eat.
I mean,
Delicious.
no.
These
not
weren't
worth
made by.
Amazing.
I can't remember the character's name.
Can I take some with me?
There's no.
Any leftovers, I suppose. I'm not gonna eat them. Maybe a little bit I'll save for myself, but you know things are kind of hard to save down here.
Yeah, I imagine there won't be any
We
leftovers.
need some cool refrigeration unit or something.
Is that a refrigerator stuff?
So, what's the plan? Valrex.
Well,
Valrex.
there's two parts to this.
Okay.
You must go talk, as I said, of course I said last night,
Yes.
to Nightshade.
Yes. Who's
She-
not a hag,
Who's not a hag. She's
Okay.
just an old,
Just a
old
crone.
lady, an old crone.
even if she looks like one.
It's not very nice.
She can prepare a tincture for you. I'm assuming that she'll need some, you might need to go get something for her to be able to make it, but that tincture is very important. Just tell her that I sent you though. She'll know what it's for. We've talked about it at length. And then we'll need to find that altar and bring the flame skulls there.
Okay, well, where does she live?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. She lives right across the way, and he sort of points towards where you saw that gully earlier. But if you just go downstairs and go to the west, and then go back up, you go back up over there.
Would you mind zombie sitting for me?
I sure can. You know what made these, right?
What?
What's this? raise undead.
Yes.
So they only last for like 24 hours.
Oh.
So if you don't come back and they're dead, it's not my fault.
Oh. Alright. Want to get some hits in?
Target practice.
Have you heard of Crescendo Rajnar person? Young humanoid.
I don't think I have.
Okay. If you see him, let me know.
Who are you?
I'm Tomna.
Okay, sure.
Why are you looking for this person?
Some lady upstairs said something about it.
You don't remember what she said?
Said I needed to find him, something about trade and reputation, and she was gonna give me money, so I said okay.
Well, it might help other people locate the person you're looking for if you knew more about it.
She wasn't too forthright with the details.
Oh. That's a pain in the ass when they're like that.
Is this a friendly hi or like with the fishes sleeping hi?
She doesn't need to know. She needs me to find him.
Why?
For family reputation stuff. That's what she said.
Oh.
I'll ask him before we go too, since he's sending us to the alchemist. Do we this tincture that she's going to make? Is it to help us capture these things, or to help in the ritual? That you told him about?
It's part of the ritual.
Okay.
Yeah, I have everything else I need, just not this tincture.
Alright, we will head over to the alchemist's house.
He's gonna try to hit Lilith before she leaves, but after everybody else leaves.
Ooh.
Alright.
Secret. Got a secret.
Stay behind.
I saw you were interested, perhaps, in the Harpers.
Yes, from what I heard, they sound like a group that values the same type of things I value,
That one can never have too much information.
and that too much power is not good, and power should be spread equally.
Yes, no one should be powerless,
Yes.
but too much power leads to corruption.
Yes.
If you ever have any questions, I'm a fairly good contact person. Also, I already have a staff. I don't need this other one. And in good faith, I'd like you to just hold on to it for me.
Thank
get
you.
your +1 staff.
Ooh.
Back off.
That's a really cool way to get that out.
Thanks.
I like it.
Now wait, all of your attacks are magical anyway.
Yes,
Why did you
But
need
not with
+1?
the staff.
because
Yeah,
you make attacks
yeah,
with the staff
only.
also.
Yeah, the
They
monk
become
weapons
magical too?
become
Oh, that's right, the
magical.
monk weapons.
Well,
do.
monk weapons don't become magical. I
It
thought
didn't make as much sense for him to have a cloak, so I figured the staff was the most.
Just your unarmed strikes become magical?
I'm pretty sure
thought
it's
it
just
was
unarmed
weapons.
strikes.
But I'm not positive, yeah. That is a good
I
point.
didn't give a question. I know I did pick it, and then I realized I probably I forgot about the
Oh.
Well, you
the
can hit better with it.
Yeah, it still
Just
gives you a
plus
plus
one.
Also
one.
damage and +1 to hit. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we will head over to the alchemist's house.
Sweet.
So did he tell me? He told me that he can be a good contact for the Harpers, and that does that make me like an honorary member or like an
You have
initiate?
to
Is he
state
informed?
that you're interested, but can certainly
Right.
think about it.
We'll be
Oh.
back.
So you go down the stairs. I'm not gonna walk you through this whole thing. So you go down the stairs, and come back up through the on the north wall of. Which door am I taking you to? That one. It's on the north wall of the Skullport. Wow. See, this is what happens when I hit say 30.
Just unarmed strikes.
I get sleepy. It's just on the north wall, but you do end up. Following this path that I've outlined. There we go. So you've gone down and crossed the chasm essentially by going below
We're still up in. Oh,
I
there
know.
we
So
are.
you're over
Okay.
here,
Oh.
and then you go down, and you pop up over here at this entrance,
Oh.
and then we follow this, and you follow his very good directions, so we don't have to worry about you just ending up in a random place. And I'm gonna grab you.
We're walking in
And
the
you're
crow.
I think he was zombie sitting, so let me put those back. Also, he's not with you.
Don't forget our fireball.
And don't forget your fireball, just in case.
We might need it.
It's way over here. Okay, I'll put the fireball in the crevice. I need to send it to the back and just hide it like below Bra's cloak or something. Okay. So you walk in to the what's this called?
The alchemist shop.
Nope, Nightshade's Caress.
That's uncomfortable.
Displayed before you walk in, displayed on the window of the shop are various herbs, elixirs, vials of poison, and baskets of medicinal fungi. The store is cluttered with more such goods, all labeled and clearly priced, which I won't help if you want. And the apothecary Nightshade is is an undead creature that looks like a withered crone dressed in a tattered black robe.
Good day, my lady.
Good day. How can I help you, fine gentlemen? I guess ladies too.
Felrak sent me over to get a tincture.
Oh, did he? He finally found somebody that couldn't join him in his plan. Well, you see, I need just one thing before I can do this, but I am the most skilled of alchemists, so it is a good thing that you came to me. Here's what I need. You know, to seek to restore the 13's rule, they need to be reminded of their purpose, and means that are less savory than what the world above would prefer, but I have my ways. I've always had my ways, and they are charted in blood. You've no doubt seen the spider carved from the stone that towers over Skullfort.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It was carved by the drow of House Thanarthal, and now teems with arachnids. For this ritual, I require the blood of a victim, not yet dead, cloudy with spider venom. Go forth and go fast, for these beasts have little patience.
Question.
Yes.
Do they still have to be a victim after we get the blood?
I need the blood right before they die.
So if they're about to die and we get the blood and then we fix them, is that a problem?
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to leave them help them be alive, but you can do whatever.
Okay.
You gonna bite me?
How far above the
What?
ceiling is the spider?
Oh! No, that's a great idea. Oh! I like this idea.
So
Where's Mars?
She's gonna send you.
Damn Drower at it again. Just make sure I live.
She's gonna send you to a specific area. There's a refuge for Thanarthal Refuge, which is pretty close to the mage's mansion, and
So what does she want us to do?
she's asking you to go
Get the blood of a
get the
victim.
blood of a victim.
Recently been injected with poison from a giant spider. So she's asking us to go clean out the roof spider because she suspects it's full of spiders. And to find a victim up there wrapped in a cocoon and get its blood and give it to her.
Or apparently by soul, but you know.
So I
I'm
actually have a
blood.
thing about that is I can summon some giant spiders. They can wrap somebody up, inject them with poison to the point where they're about to die. We get their blood and then we just fix them.
I think it's those particular spiders.
She didn't say that.
It is not the particular spiders, but
Seems like a good shortcut to me.
it is specific blood that I need.
Yeah, victim.
There's the rub.
There is,
What if I just chose a person on the street to do this to?
no, it must be the man who has been recently taken by the spiders.
So we choose a man.
No, the man.
The man.
The man.
Oh, there is. I
So-
unvolunteer for being shot up with poison.
Question.
Yes. Child.
If we had come at a different time, would it be that same hopefully uneaten man, or is it just the next man that would have
There's
been?
only one left. If you had come earlier, we might have had a little more time to chat, but he's been taken quite recently, and I believe that since this is the last man with this blood that we need,
Okay.
I feel like you should maybe just go.
Okay, let's go.
So do you want? They're up on the spider.
They're not. So there's a room.
There's a way into the spider.
There's a room that's below the spiders.
Oh.
That
Maybe
has
not.
some spiders in it.
Okay.
And
I
then
can get us there.
yes, she will tell you how to get there.
Yeah. Or she can just tell
She tell us how to identify
get us
the
there
victim.
Wrapping
he-
it
Give us
cocoon.
vials to put the blood
Yes,
in.
she will give you vials and a way to even remove the blood from said.
Oh, a syringe.
Correct.
I have a Lego
That was
syringe
way
somewhere.
cleaner.
Somewhere.
You could finally use it.
Yeah, right?
Yay! It's somewhere in the house.
Like, what the hell are we
Um,
gonna do with this thing?
Cotton around a minifig.
I have a Lego syringe.
I want to say we put cotton around a minifig
Yes.
for the
All the cotton
and then
balls,
put
we
some
can use those
expo
too.
marker on it
It'll be
to show that it
great.
has blood in it.
That's how I did the frothy beer for the D&D.
Nice.
It's a Q-tip. So you'll have all the good ideas. Alright, so below the spider, but surprisingly close to the mages.
When you get a chance,
That
just
is
generous.
fun.
I know, I just said reset. So mages, here.
Okay.
If you
Spiders
only
are here.
knew, it was
I
right
know.
there.
He's more of a housekeeper, you know. She directs you to this house that you go downstairs, you come back upstairs, blah, blah, blah. Say hello to the dude as you go past. Maybe grab the zombies if you want.
Why are
Nope.
you
Okay.
Send them in as baits. They're gonna die.
Oh, if they're still alive, then yeah.
Yeah, they're still alive.
Okay.
Okay, so you grab the zombies. I'll grab the zombies for you. There they are. And she has directed you to this specific location as the place.
Doors locked. Is there webbing all over the place here?
Door is unlocked and there is webbing if you step in.
Open the door and tell the zombies to approach.
Great. So they approach you.
And then like approach that way.
Oh, okay. So they walk in. Approach that thing.
Keep going.
Hold on, I have to switch to
That's
the GM info overlay so I
Keep
can drop
sending
these
them in.
down. Boop.
I'm just thinking if I summon some bigger spiders, that we might be able to get the little spiders to get out of our way.
Little spiders, you're so funny. So as the zombies walk into the room, a spider is going to climb down from the ceiling and start to attack them. Let's roll initiative.
Oh my god. It's 8:30 and we haven't rolled initiative
What?
yet.
Hey, there we go.
Motherfucker.
Damn. I'm
Not
horrible rolls all day.
Really?
What?
I think all things considered, I can take the bottom barrel for most recent bad rolls.
I said motherfucker. Not lately.
Oh boy. I have not woken up yet.
No. You're still slow to act today.
I think I'm still confused about the plan. I need to get bit by some spiders.
Kill spiders.
Please.
My
Get
giant
bit by
spider is
spiders.
giving me information.
Get some poison into my blood.
Shift
Did
double
you
click.
Oh, I'm on
I
the
said
wrong
maybe.
layer.
I could
Okay,
be.
there we go. Yep, I was just in the GM layer, so I was like, wait.
You
what
can't say
kind of
G's
what
if
they
it
are.
won't work.
Alright, here we go. Code tricks.
27.
Nice. Soul actually still.
6.
Okay, good. Tomna,
19.
Lilith,
14.
Coraline,
7.
and Brock.
17.
Alright.
Oh, I see. That's how it's set up. Thought we were on the other side.
Yeah, me too.
Do you
Or I
want,
thought we
can
were
put you
going
there.
that way. No.
We're fine.
I can put you
Either way.
wherever you want to be, you guys. I didn't see the other doorway underneath the spider. It's a little darker on my screen.
It's okay.
Alright. And me right here. Cool. Kodrix, will you also pretty please roll me some initiative for some zombies? Just roll
Sure.
those together.
I don't know what their dexterity modifier is, but they
probably
rolled a
negative.
15.
Great.
Even the zombies are faster than I am.
I'll just put them
Well, they
with
did
a
go in
plus
first.
0 for the zombies.
Okay,
Sure, whatever you want, boss. They are
me-
literally going to be sacrificed to these poor
Great.
spiders.
Okay. So as
They
we
might
walk in,
survive.
zombies go forward. I have the current initiative orders as Cotrix, Tomna, Bra, the zombies, Lilith, Coraline, and Soul, and I will not tell you
They
where
have
I
a
am.
-2 actually.
Oh, good. So sorry, Lilith and then the zombies. That's fine. I wrote it too heavy-handed, so they're gonna keep their +2 or their 0. Cotrix, sent the zombies in. Technically, that's a bonus action. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Step into the room.
Okay.
The middle spider way over yonder. I will make him do a Constitution saving throw and cast
Neat.
Blight on him.
Ooh.
Damn. Right up.
Okay.
Causes natural 20.
Sweet, it's half damage.
Okay, I'll take half damage.
I believe it's 8d8. So
Okay.
there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, that's a lot of numbers there. 10, 20, 37 necrotic damage, so half of 37.
19.
So
And then step back out
Sure.
of the room. Real quick though, can I get a peek to see if there's any sort of like cocoons?
there does appear to be some sort of cocoons. Let me do I'll do a little freehand. We'll do a little cocoon over here in the corner. We'll do a little cocoon over here in this corner. Can you see that one? So that's a spider for me.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And I'll leave it. I'll put one. Put one. I don't know. I'll put one at the close wall too for fun.
Then I will
There's your cocoon.
use the rest of my 20 feet of movement to move back and get the heck out of everybody else's
Okay.
way.
Get out of that. Okay. That brings us to Tom now.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, "Fire is probably a bad idea here."
If we want to keep the victim alive, yes.
Okay. Well, I was more reminding you, but
I didn't cast fireball.
Oh, here's my fireball. Oh yeah.
not yet. I'm gonna cast Conjure Animals and get I think it's 4 giant
Okay.
wasps.
Sure. Can you roll their initiative for me, please?
Sure.
Wasps.
In a spider nest. Wasps flying in a spider nest.
Might distract them long enough.
Giant
Raw
wasps.
tubes.
You know, they might get stuck in the
I
web.
have to find giant wasps. Shit.
Wait,
Yeah, there's
are
4 of
giant
them.
wasps just normal size?
No.
Well, a wasp
They
is,
are
like
medium
that-
creatures,
Yeah,
so not normal size.
Sorry, I meant medium. Sorry, when I said
Yeah.
normal, I meant normal as in like medium size.
So they have a
No, I'm
14.
small, so.
There's one right in front of you. Could be him.
Give me a lot of guns. I don't know why. Okay, so a
Guns.
14. Well, you're sharing a lot of things today. Do they have any? Is that what their whatever modifier they have?
Yes.
All right.
Post modifier, it's a 14.
Okay. Wasps. Which I will find.
Mhm.
And
And
then once I
then-
find them,
After they show up, I'm going to use a bonus action to make my spirit totem with a 30-foot radius just inside the entrance. I'm going to choose the zombies and all of us and the wasps to get 11 temp HP.
whoa. 30-foot radius.
All of us?
Yes.
Okay. We're just fighting, some spiders.
I
guys.
want
Just-
them to be able to be
Use
effective.
blood.
So this is this big.
I
Where are
didn't
you
even
putting
kill
it?
the damn thing. 19 points of damage. Burned a 4th level spell.
Is that a good place?
Yeah, that seems
I
accurate.
know it says fireball, but it's just a thing.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
And then I will take a couple steps back so I'm not in anybody's way.
Sweet.
Oh.
Also, I
Conk,
currently,
conk,
oh yeah, I still
Thought
like
you were
on
going
the
in.
thing. There we go.
So yeah.
I gotta find a bee. You know what? I'm gonna use this. I know it's not a
Fireball.
bee. It's bumblebee.
Wah, wah, wah.
It's awesome.
Why is he in there?
'Cause there's bees. Do you want them to do anything? Or are they calling them as part of the thing, right?
The bumblebee.
Yeah, where'd you put them?
Right inside the entrance, ready to start
Oh.
stinging.
Okay. So not at the thing.
Flappity flappity.
Alright, there are your
So
four.
much going on in this small room.
It's really
Right at this
true.
moment.
So
Luckily, we're back
your
upstairs.
zombies are at 33 HP apiece.
I wasn't even tracking them. She's got them.
They have 33 HP now.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
They gain 10.
Normally they have 22, but because of my
Oh,
aura,
live in temporary hit points.
Alright, I have 2 zombies with 33 HP. I don't know what they do, so
they punch things.
sweet.
Slam.
Alright.
Slam even.
Tom, is that the end of your round?
I feel like I was pretty productive,
I
so
think
I'll
that's fairly
be like,
productive.
okay, take care of it, you guys.
Alright, Brock?
Alright, so the one came down to attack the zombie.
Correct.
Did it get down?
Well, no, because then we rolled initiative and I'm fairly low in initiative.
So it's still way up high on the wall? How high are the walls?
It's gonna drop down, but not yet to be able to attack it. How's that?
Would I be able to attack it?
I'm sure you can.
Would I get sneak attack with a friend nearby? Since there's wasps.
The wasp friends?
They will let you pass.
The
Well,
enemy
they're
of
not
your
in my
enemy
way.
is your friend. Sure.
Well, they're friendly to me and people I choose, so they're just kind of like as you walk through, they'll.
But I don't even have to do that. I can just
Nope,
come right
you don't
down
have to.
here. Yeah.
Okay.
I will move in and
Stab.
attack it.
Sure.
They seem very hostile towards the spiders for whatever reason.
Yeah. 15.
Does hit.
Sneak attack.
You get to stabbing.
16 piercing.
Sure. 16 piercing to that first one.
Yeah.
Neat.
And
Moo.
I just have
There was a
dog
moo.
sounds happening. It's fine.
and may
that
as well
mean?
offhand it.
It's the dude in the webs, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah. 13.
To hit? No.
All right.
Okay. Well, that was fun. I believe we're at the zombie's turn.
All command I gave them was approach.
Okay.
So I don't think that they're gonna get to do anything this round because they would defend themselves if attacked.
Yes,
I think.
they would.
So it didn't attack it. It got there.
Right.
So it would stand there.
Okay. Sounds good.
I gotta be
Lilith.
honest about it.
Lilith.
Yes.
Who has the syringe?
I feel like with
Me.
with Cotrix leading the way on that quest, I feel like he has it.
Okay.
You're gonna have the guts to use it.
It's not your turn yet.
I'm gonna turn to Coraline and go, do you trust me?
Is that a
Yes.
card that you're trying to get?
Sometimes.
I'll take that. I'm gonna go into the room, so I see the northern Morse.
Yes, that one.
Northern Morst.
Morse cocoon.
Yes.
And I'm gonna shadow step to it and
Right, so
then
you
use
walk
my
in and
axe and
Okay.
poof over
Oh
there.
shoot! I moved the fireball. I'm gonna put
And then I'm going to search that.
Great. Search away. I don't even know which one it's in. Hold on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No.
Woo! A 1.
Okay.
Really? Come on!
Probability.
My dice hate me today. No, that was a 6. So, investigation. 10.
You're not sure what's in here. Anything else on your turn?
Nope. That was everything you passed it.
Wasp's turn.
Woohoo! They gonna sting that front
Knew it.
spider.
Big ol' sting that. Yeah.
So it's a +4 for the stingy stang. So the first one is 17.
To hit, yes.
It needs to make a Constitution saving throw, and it's also going to take 1d6 plus 2 piercing.
Constitution saving throw was a
3. Sweet. So it's going to take 5 piercing.
Okay.
And then it's going to take 3d. Can I roll one of these?
Oh, dang.
3d6 poison.
Sure.
9 poison damage.
Nice.
I was not ready for that. It's like, oh, they're giant wasps. How bad could it? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. So that's 1.
Sorry, how much poison
Impressive.
damage?
9.
Okay.
So the second one
Sure.
is an 11 to hit.
11 does not hit.
I didn't figure. I mean, the giant spiders are right over here, so I can look at that. Third one.
Being around metagaming, still asking.
Another 11.
Okay, does not hit.
And that's a 21.
That does hit.
So Constitution saving throw. That's 7 piercing damage.
That's a 2.
Sweet.
Sorry, 7 piercing damage. Okay, great.
And oh my god, 13 poison damage.
That one's dead.
Actually, instead, it's just paralyzed.
Great. Paralyzed.
For an hour.
For an hour.
So it looks dead.
Yeah, it falls to the ground. Smushes probably nobody.
Feet up in the air.
And then they'll use their movement to fly towards the next one.
Buzz, buzz, buzz. Are they gonna surround it?
Kinda.
Does this one, like, I'll just do that right there. He's kind of in the wall, but it's fine. It's all good.
They can like kind of land and turn his
Yeah,
butt
he
towards them.
goes like this. Because he's angry.
Nobody can see you,
that
unfortunately. Still can't see
Only
you.
the people that matter. I'm sorry.
Audience matters, Grace.
I believe that was only 2.
No, that was all 4.
Okay, I wasn't sure if they had
Two of them
attacks.
missed.
Okay. It's my turn. Okay. Let me give this one like a death thing so I don't try to use him. That's such a little one next to him.
It works.
It works.
You can
Okay.
see it.
So the giant spider that just got surrounded by bugs, little annoying things, is going to attempt to do a web attack here.
If it's ranged, is it disadvantage?
30, 60. It is, it's fine. Sure, I'll disadvantage web attack. Web thing. 24. Does a 9 hit your...
No, surprisingly.
Okay. Great. Can I do both? No, I can do one. Dang, these guys are so lame. Other giant spider. Eeny, meeny, miny. Dang it, not Lilith. Okay, other giant spider is gonna kind of crawl down and attempt to bite at this wasp.
Number 3.
Yeah, my number 3
1, 2,
on my
3,
board.
yeah.
Bite. Bloop. What the hell? I was rolling so good earlier. Does a 10?
No!
Hit
Does
your
a
stupid
10?
wasp. Alright.
Okay.
Poisoned you back. Alright, and those are my 2 spiders. So one's paralyzed. Coraline.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm gonna run in.
We actually have a slightly lower AC than the wolves.
Oh.
They do have the fly. They have a fly of 50. So they could go 100 feet and around if they really needed to.
35. Right there.
Okay. There you are.
I am gonna swing at the spider.
Okay, do it.
Sorry, I was reading something to see if I
Okay, it
can
happens.
do an ability thing, but I can't do it. 16.
It does hit.
And yeah, I'm just gonna do just the weapon damage. 8 slashy damage.
Neat.
You want to do the offhand?
I can only draw one weapon because I didn't declare that I had a sword out.
Well, then draw it.
I drew my one sword to make that attack. I have to wait to draw the other sword. Fairness.
It is true.
Unfortunately.
I mean, to be honest, though, I feel like you would have drawn your weapons before Hendrik sent the zombie then. So if you wanted to have
If
it
you'll
out,
allow it, then I'll do an
I will
offhand.
allow
But
it.
I did not declare it, so
I
I
know.
was being fair.
I'm gonna just assume that going into battle you would have had one
Totally
out.
spun. 23.
Yes.
8 again.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So there appears to be some dogs in the.
Let the dogs out.
Alright,
Maybe
so-
that's the victim that we need to look for.
Precious things.
A werewolf?
Ow!
Maybe that's what the blood is.
Mangy dog.
This is very specific blood.
Okay. Going to walk in and take a shot at the spider that's farthest back.
Okay.
longbow. That is going to be a 13.
Does not hit.
Right, I will fire once more with great feeling.
Okay.
This time we're healing.
And that's a natural 1.
Oh, great. Nobody's really anyway.
Is he
I'm
shooting
not
on me?
awake
I was
today.
thinking like shoot like
The guy next to
this
him.
bee or something, but I think we're good. I think we'll be good. Back to the top of the portraits.
I will give the zombies the command to go punch one of the north.
Okay. Sure.
Sick 'em.
Sick of them.
Walk over to the door, stick my head in, and the one that Coraline's near, I will firebolt.
Great.
That's a 19 plus 7 to hit.
Okay. That does hit.
26.
Okay.
And 18 fire damage.
Nice.
2 9s.
It's like,
And then step back out
Yank.
of the door so that
Okay.
none of the spiders can come near me.
Smart.
I'll move him back.
I'm gonna say you weren't as close to the other spider as you were just put.
Okay.
So I don't think you would have stepped that close.
What's paralyzed?
Oh, that's true. Oh yeah, so that one. Dang it. You're right. No attack opportunity. Okay. Brings us to Tomna.
I will approach the one that Coraline is trying to deal with.
Sure.
I think I can get there. I don't know.
No.
Where is he?
40, 45. That's 50 away from you.
It's over the cord.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
it'll do it.
Yeah, I'll just go up there and stand right next to Coraline.
Okay. Cool.
Jump, 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 jump.
Brah.
Would you move Tomna up to
Oh,
I will, yeah. I thought somebody else was counting.
I was
I'm gonna
trying,
say before the
something
end of my
happened.
turn, try and leave one of them alive so they can tell us which one has the cocoon. Well, tell me anyway.
Sure.
I'm not sure.
Brah.
Well,
Oh, you didn't attack or anything?
I had to
He
dash.
moved his.
Oh.
Yeah, he moved there with his action.
he did.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, he was 50 feet
Oh,
away,
with,
so he
I
walked
see
up.
where you're at now.
Yeah.
Can I? Let's see.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, full movement to get to the one with the double movement to get through soul.
Okay.
To keep losing the mouse.
just jump over me.
Through, over,
Everybody else
roundabout,
does it.
and attack it.
Okay.
Stab.
16.
To hit, yes.
All right.
Stab it with sneaky tag damage.
Attack. May as well. There. A little better.
Underwhelming blight to the overwhelming
18 piercing.
Yeah. How do you want to do this?
Well, right in its stinking spider head.
Okay.
It's stinking spider head.
There we go.
Yeah.
Zombies.
Killed that one.
Oh yeah, so you
Like
told him to
rumble.
walk up to one of the north ones.
Yeah, I told him to go punch the north spiders.
Alright,
So I
let's
guess however zombies interpret that command.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like one of the north ones.
Or it could just be 24 hours. They get about 5 feet and just
Yeah.
spell ends.
It's right around that
I was
time.
wondering too.
I might-
I'm fine with them just going away.
Here's what I'm gonna do. They're gonna walk up to the one that just fell down.
Okay.
Do a really feeble punch at it. And then fall over. Yes.
Right on.
So that one is gonna join. I'm just gonna flump it
Okay.
right on there.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay. And Lilith.
I will.
And the wasps.
Is Coraline attacking the one that's still alive?
It's dead.
Or, oh, good.
This
Sure
is the only
The
one
one
still
behind
alive.
you is still alive.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not attacking Coraline's.
Kill.
I've learned my lesson on
Yeah,
attacking
you know how
hers.
this goes.
Yep, I'll turn around and move up to that one and kill it.
Haven't complained about that in a while.
You gave us a dirty look
It's
the
still
other
burned
week.
in the
yeah.
memory.
Yeah, we got dirty looks the other week, so I was like, nope. I was like, that's gonna be 12 plus modifiers plus 8, so 20.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And these aren't really single combat sort of.
Put my staff up
Yeah.
first. That's gonna be
Oh.
a 12.
Sorry. 12 damage.
Yes.
Yes.
And I will strike. again with a 1.
Good
So
job,
we get a
good
reroll. And an 18 plus modifiers.
Yes.
And I move to my fist. That's going to be a 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And now I'm going to bonus action another
very
one.
Don't kill it.
The other one's still alive. It's paralyzed.
You don't know that. It fell to the ground.
That's true.
17 plus modifiers.
Yes, hits.
That's going to be a 11. And if it's gonna kill it, non-lethal
Okay.
damage.
So non-lethal. It does kill it.
I want to like break all its legs.
Okay, so it's just like
I'm gonna use like karate, just like
flop
snap all
around
its
a little
legs.
bit. So I have been corrected, and I appreciate our encyclopedia. The creatures stop obeying commands, but are still just sort of hanging out. So the zombies still exist, but they're not your zombies anymore. They just sort of chill. They're just gonna stay here.
Oh.
They don't
They
die.
become passive? Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
I mean, I bet that they attack, but it's almost 9 o'clock, so I'm going easy.
We could smash through 2 zombies.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, with fire.
We'll
And
just-
I have fire.
Take
We'll
a
just
20.
call it. We'll just
Take
call
a
it.
20 and just smash
He
the crap
just
out of
died.
I'll give you their experiences for fun.
Okay. We did pay for them and drag them all over
Yeah, you might
Skull
as well.
Forts.
You might as well. Okay, so non-lethal.
I'm gonna go up to the one with the broken ass legs.
Yeah, all of the broken ass
and
legs.
use my speech of the wilds to be like, which one has your most recent victim? Which cocoon?
You understand the gesture, so he sort of gestures to the one right here. And
It's in there.
Go over there.
says, "Please don't leave me like this." Is that with a dagger?
No,
or with
the syringe. Right with the syringe.
Kill him. Yes, so you take the blood. It does come out.
I'm gonna walk over, use 5 points of my lay on hands to remove poison from
Okay.
the victim.
Okay.
Now that the blood's been removed,
Okay.
and then use 5 points of healing on them.
Okay.
What is it?
Also, I'm assuming you're like gonna cut open the cocoon and stuff.
Yeah,
I did.
I did that little bit noise.
Yeah,
was.
just a little bit.
Just slice it a bit
Okay.
carefully.
Maybe we
So-
just rescue the drow.
How does remove poison?
It just it
Cures
removes
the
the
poison condition.
yeah. So from the spider venom,
Okay.
it should remove that.
Okay.
As long as it says you are poisoned, it removes that poison condition.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying.
I believe. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 1 second. It
Wake up,
is-
samurai.
oh, yeah.
City to burn.
Cure the target of one disease or neutralize one poison affecting it.
Okay.
So it should neutralize the spider venom
Okay.
that's left in the person's body, and then I'm gonna use 5 lay on hands.
Okay. So he's healed a little bit. And you, who are you looking at? You see I need to know what these kind of people look like. I know all of the things about all of the D&D. I'm very good at this.
I've heard this.
I see a dark-haired, fair-skinned human.
Male, female.
Male.
Oh, they look about early 20s.
He's not who you're looking
Dang
for.
It's worth a try.
There you go.
Let me cut him out. I want to hand him my quarterstaff so he can
Okay.
defend himself.
Sure.
And point to the one. I cut off its legs and says, "The kill is yours."
He is still very rough from the poison, even though it's been cured. He's still like kind of woozy and isn't quite sure. He will thank you. And I just need to rest.
What is your name?
I looked at the wrong page.
Really strange name. Looked at the
I'm
wrong page.
Gondorth Nethrin.
How'd you let these spiders get a hold of you?
I didn't let them. They were. I was told that something was here that I needed, and then these spiders showed up, and
Who told you?
An alchemist, maybe.
you could call her that. She's a dead thing with bandages and ugh.
It was a little morally questionable, but her heart was in the right place.
I don't believe you.
What did she tell you was up here?
It doesn't matter. It was a lie. I'm sure she just wanted me to die.
Well, if there was something that you're owed up here, perhaps we could help you find it.
Let me see if there's any cool I can send you another quest for.
Maybe there's one in the
We
other
slice up in the other cocoons. I mean, is there anything in there?
Yeah,
Right.
may as well look at those, huh?
I like opening up quest lines.
Might as well. I've been looking for. Sure. Just some trinkets. There
Family
was-
heirlooms.
Yeah. I'm the last of my line, and I'm just trying to hold on to that.
So search the room then.
She's trying to find a girlfriend more than trinkets.
I'm gonna tell him he can
Why is
keep my
that?
old.
So you can keep your line going.
I thought that would be wonderful. Nobody really wants to date me though.
Yeah,
well,
single.
How is he?
That's the follow-up question.
Pretty interested.
Is he cute?
I'm gonna call him quite old.
Oh no.
Like in his.
Is he rich?
Is he rich?
I don't
Not if he's out looking for trinkets, he's not.
Right?
No, not if he's looking for trinkets.
No, this is not interesting.
Do you have a problem with the way she handled this? Clearly she led him up here and tracked him.
I do.
There was a purpose to it.
For the greater good.
Plus, spiders gotta eat.
True.
I got a problem. I don't.
I'm gonna investigate.
Investigate.
I would
please.
love to assist him.
Huh?
19.
Okay.
You don't.
In the cocoon mass, Lilith was attempting very well
Actually, 21.
in the middle of battle, so it was hard for you to see. There's this sort of dust comes out. This rancid.
Sangated
Yeah.
corpse.
But in there, I will give you an entire
A couple of those.
gold piece.
Okay.
One
gold
piece.
piece.
Wow.
One gold piece.
The spiders did not bite it in half.
Shiny.
Yeah.
Out of the whole room.
Hey, how many people do you know down here?
You're not something question.
Yep.
He doesn't know him. You get the feeling that he hasn't come down this far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell you
At
what
least
you
on
can
this
do
way.
to repay me is once you get your bearings, go find this guy. Tell him to come down to Skullport.
And don't die.
That too.
Wander.
He can keep my old staff to defend himself.
Dude. Oh, sweet.
And also this dagger.
Oh, you guys.
And whatever you
I'll
do, don't
try.
sell them to the dwarves over there. They're not very friendly.
Sure.
You're just
So you
gonna
have
go buy booze with that, aren't you?
blood, as you've been asked to do.
Did you write that down?
In a week, in our next week, we will continue this side adventure that I found, and carry on from there. For both the attack of the zombies, attacking with the zombies and then attacking the zombies, spiders, and starting a quest and finishing another one. I'm gonna round this to 700 experience each.
Ooh.
I know. It was supposed to be 700 split without any XP for the quest lines, but that's not fun. You guys did a whole bunch of stuff today, so we're gonna call it.
Wow.
I know. So as we were talking about the
Miscellaneous
poison,
roleplay.
yeah, and being okay with some weird things that I don't know and
Soundtrack.
Contact, Fire Blue Year runs out. And we
Turn
will
the
see
volume
you in a week.
down.
So join us on the 10th, nope, 17th, we're already on the 10th, for our next D&D. And the day before, if you are local to the Skagit Valley, we are going to be at Farmstrong Brewery playing another fun adventure. We have everything you need, we just need you, and you get a beer, so it's a good deal for all.
And
Root or otherwise.
Or root beer. Yeah, they have really good root beer. I like it. I don't drink all IBM, so we're just gonna call that. And
If you need gear,
yes, gear
Thursday the
cleaning.
20th, we're going to be at the Tulip Valley Winery selling all kinds of new stuff. You can get the sneak peeks on Facebook and Instagram if you are on there and see all the cool stuff we're going to have. It's all new.
And then if you're interested, we started a new group that we stream on every other Saturday. So
Yes.
come check out the
Abyssal
Journey is what I call
the
it.
Abyssal Journey.
But
yes.
it's called the Yeah Buddies.
the Yeah Buddies. Yeah.
Yeah Buddies.
We rock and roll.
Buddies.
Also, officially, we will be at the Ferndale Renaissance Fair.
Awesome. That'll be awesome.
Gonna happen.
Something.
Yes.
See you in a week.
All right. Bye.
Ferndale.
Saw your